7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, episode number 167. We are here, back in studio. The video's back up. The angle is slightly lower. So comment down below if the angle's better. Angle of the dangle, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Good God.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, as you can tell, it is me and Justin right now. Cole, I think, is coming, but if not, we're calling his ass.
Well, it's 5:59, so he usually doesn't get here till like right at 6. So
5 after.
we are doing this a little bit early.
Whatever. It's fine.
I'm here on time.
We'll just get through. You're very punctual every single week. We'll just get through the reads, man.
I just make everybody look bad.
We'll just get through the reads. Yes, because you did show up at like 5:15.
It's okay, man.
I was in the middle of doing stuff.
We had a good talk.
We have.
Blew the fucking roof off some stuff.
We have. Rumor mill is heavy.
Are we gonna talk about some of those rumors at the end of the show? Or are we not really? We don't have to tell us who told us those, but we can talk about some.
There's one I'll talk about.
Okay.
The rest of them we're going to keep under wraps for a while.
Okay.
Makes you want to come back for more, doesn't it?
Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
All right. Anyway, we're here, episode 167. COVID.
Smoker's cough.
Oh my God, I'm dying so bad. First off, let's start with the new sponsor. BC.Pizza, baby.
Yeah, it happened finally.
Pizza Patrol.
What?
What do you want me to say? So, in all fairness, Justin does have something ready for me to say.
It's super simple.
And in typical show fashion, I cut him off, said, fuck it, we'll do it live, so that it would not look like we were professional. So, here we are. BC Pizza Patrol.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna say it, and this we'll have it a little bit more tuned in next time. It's BC Pizza, Plainwell at Seago. Go visit us at 396 Oak Crossing, Plainwell, Michigan 49080. It's hometown. It's handmade. It's gourmet.
Hometown and handmade, and everybody loves something that's handmade. Giggity.
Oh God, you just.
Oh man, come on! It wouldn't be the show.
Oh, I know.
Do you guys still own the one in Kalamazoo too?
Yeah, I actually gotta get that one back going pretty soon, so we'll have both of them going.
Oh, has it not been open?
No, it hasn't been open. Like our first week, since we were a lot busier than we thought, we had to take everybody from that location to this one, and it's just been bonkers. So we haven't had time, but I think we're going to be open in 2 weeks. So yeah, I got to go get that going and start training some people, and so we'll have both locations going.
All right,
but we're more focused on the one in Plainwell.
So if you live in the Southwest Michigan area, specifically Kalamazoo-ish area, there is a location in Plainwell. There is a location in Kalamazoo that is currently not open. Will be open soon. Go check them out. Great pizza. I have had the breadsticks. I haven't had the pizza yet. I have had the breadsticks. They're pretty fucking good. So
if you guys want a pizza party, hit us up.
Oh, God. Y'all want to have a pizza party? We can get pizza and soda. Watch a movie.
We don't drink soda on this podcast.
It's pop.
We don't. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're not from California.
Yeah, it's pop.
We don't drink pop.
Dirty pop.
Unless there's whiskey involved.
Yes. Did that last night, too.
God, it is super warm in here now that these are on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, my God. Wow. This is terrible.
Okay. Well, we're good. Anyways.
Did you break your phone from 2007 yet?
No.
So that you can get a new one? Did that come out the year that the first iPhone did?
No.
Are you sure?
This can't.
You've had that since I've known you.
Yeah. It's from 2014.
So you literally got it right before I met you.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to just put that right there.
Good idea. Anyway, back to our other sponsors. So as always, TLR Coating's on board with us. Custom powder coating, Cerakoting, vapor blasting, sandblasting. Check them out at tlrcoatings.com. Also check them out on Instagram. See all the cool shit we're doing. Premier Custom Trailers still on board with us. Justin, do you need a trailer?
Not at the moment, but I know people that do.
All right. Do you want to open a mobile BC.Pizza? Because we could get you a trailer for one.
If I was in a more populated area, I'd be all about it.
Think about a mobile BC.Pizza at Redbud.
Dude, that'd be insanely busy
Anyway.
and hot.
Commercial or residential, Premier Custom Trailers has what you need. They work with the best manufacturers in the industry and specialize in all your trailer needs. Sales, service, parts, or rentals, they do it all. PremierCustomTrailers.com, located 5 minutes south of Kalamazoo on US 131 in Schoolcraft, Michigan. They put the custom in customer service. How's your phone doing over there?
Good.
Okay. Are
Sorry.
you sure?
No, I was just letting
You
you
were
go.
going to set it down.
Nope, I was just letting you go. I'm responding to a text.
You set it down. You were like, I'm going to set it down. I thought, cool, we're going to be dialed in on the show here.
Well,
Now we're not.
I'm just letting you go.
All right.
I'm letting you know you're going to be the god of Supercross one day.
Also on board with us, JT Cycle. They are your Suzuki Husky gas dealer located in Battle Creek, Michigan. Check them out, jtcycle.com. And the Dirt Bike Depot also on board with us today, thedirt-bikedepot.com. As always, you can find us on all the major podcast platforms. So Google Podcast, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Always like the comments. Been going back and forth this week a little bit. Obviously, that's why we have the different angle on the old camera there. So that's solid.
Because we got yelled at.
Yeah, so we're trying a little different. It's slightly lower. So maybe it'll look, instead of like looking down, it'll look just at us. Hopefully. Look, I only have so much time, guys, okay? I can only do so much in my day, and getting multiple camera angles and everything else is just not part of it. From the time we film the show till the time the show comes out, I have 12, 24, 36, a little less than 40 hours. And in that 40 hours, I also have to work like 25 of it and sleep for some of it. Yeah, so anyway, I don't have time to do all the angles right now. I'm in the process of, we're actually, here's a great time. We are looking for people to help us with different media productions for the show. So if you're interested in being a part of the show, you want to get in on the ground level. As we said before, we pay in nice, crisp high fives and compliments.
Sometimes not even compliments.
Only from Justin. We are looking for video editors, photo people, as well as we're looking for someone to do TikTok for us.
Love it.
That's what we're looking for.
Which is funny because I absolutely hate TikTok.
Me too. Well, I don't hate it. I just am not on it. But we are looking for someone to do that kind of stuff for us. So if you have any of those attributes or think you can do them and want to be involved, we can make some stuff happen for you. So make sure to get a hold of us, DM us, email me something, and yeah.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide into the DMs. Follow us on all the other major social media networks for us to post stuff. Me and Cole always posting some funny memes. So that's a good time.
Memes.
And make sure to check out the new fantasy podcast. That's not so much new anymore. We've been doing it all year. Me and Cole get on the phone. I thought we were going to have you on this week, and everybody just bailed out Thursday night.
Outdoors is coming, so I'll be back on.
Oh, good God. You in the outdoors. Hope
I
you're
love
ready
it.
to get your teeth kicked in.
Yeah, okay, we'll
How's
see.
that going to make you feel when the guy who's been back into the sport for 5 years here just kicks the ever-living shit out of you in
Look, I've had
fantasy?
you guys both covered the last 2 years we've done outdoors. Maybe you'll give me a run for money this, but I'm not worried about it.
Covered the fuck out of everybody in
Supercross, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit for Supercross. But outdoors, I got that shit dialed. And that is only because of my knowledge of local privateers. Because pretty much the All-Stars, that's a crapshoot. You can just fucking pick somebody and you probably get lucky.
I'll be dragging you through the dirt.
Although I really hope eventually they get the whole I don't know who it is. Is it Marks? Who's the one that does the whole?
Yeah, Marks.
Yeah, they need to figure out the whole All-Stars, like giving better handicaps, because I'm gonna be real honest with you, like
Marks doesn't do that actually. That is Parabinos, JT, and I don't know who else.
well, they suck at it because
Oh boy, hot take.
no, I'm just
Here we
like
go.
I just
Starting the show off right. All right.
I just think it's dumb where like you give multiple all-stars like the same handicap. Like the whole point of a handicap is to like go by what they've done every weekend.
Yeah.
And like how are you going to give the same guys, like 4 or 5 guys, the same handicap? I think that's dumb. I know you can only give so many handicaps to so many guys, but I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you email JT at, what is it, Jason Thomas 66 at AOL.com?
AOL.com.
Literally what it is.
What is this, 2002?
Yes, that's literally what it is. So funny when he puts that out there.
Get a Gmail.
Well, I'm sure he has one of those too, but he just prefers everybody sending him to the AOL. But anyway.
So he never has to check it ever because it doesn't exist anymore.
He must check it because that's how he books his VIP tour things, which obviously this year isn't anything. But
I
anyway.
would love to tuck to JT money.
Me too.
Him and Weege, I don't give a shit about Mathis. I said that a million times.
Here we go. And we're starting early.
Dude,
We're starting early.
He was talking mad shit about people on Twitter over the weekend.
What kind of mad shit? Now
Well,
I'm interested.
well,
Let's talk about these are the kind of hot takes we need to talk about on this show.
Well, are we just jumping straight into the show right now?
We're in the show.
Oh, I thought we were still doing the intro.
No, we're good. We're all done with the intro. We got all the sponsors in. We're good.
Did you happen to notice that a certain star rider was not there this weekend?
Nate Thrasher, yes.
Yeah. Well, apparently Mathis jumped in star shit and was talking shit about Thrasher.
Of course he was.
Because Thrasher put out I don't know if this was because of the post that Thrasher put out, but he basically said, hey, he put on his Instagram, hey, I want to get ready for outdoors. I wish I could see the guys this weekend. And of course, Mathis just has to go to, so now all of a sudden, it'd be great to have a 2-time winner of the recent round there, but we're already worrying about eligibility for rookie year. Shake my head.
But that's what it is.
It is.
Whatever the fuck he put out on Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
That was oh yeah, I'm not doing it. No. It was 100%. They wanted his eligibility still.
Oh yeah, and I know that, but my point is it's dude, he's a rookie. Give the kid a break. He's 17 years old, maybe just turned 18. He got 2 wins. Let's be honest, it was a little unexpected. I don't blame him, to be honest with you. I really don't. It's not like this is a Jeremy Martin situation where or a Martin Davalos where it's a little ridiculous because he's been in. I don't blame the kid. He's 17 years old. He's got a long time and a long career. What? Do you want him out of the class by age 20 so he gets feed to the wolves and then has a shit career?
I was gonna say I don't have an issue with it.
I don't either.
I don't have
if they took Friday off, I would have either.
I don't have an issue with him doing what he did.
Yeah.
I have an issue. Here we go. I have an issue with the 250 class in general, as I think a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. And my question just always is, when is the AMA and Feld going to pull their head out of their ass and get some shit figured out?
As far as what?
There should be a true feeder series and then a 250 class.
Well, did you hear the rumor? And I guess it's an older rumor, but it's gaining traction.
We're in the rumor mill here.
It's not for Supercross, but it's for outdoors.
Yes.
It's gaining traction a little bit again, but because you're not the only person, the feeder class, the whole stock 250, but suspension, whatever. But there's a real conversation going on of trying to do a true, I guess you could call it kind of like what the GPs do with their EMX 125 and 250 classes, like a junior class where they're literally at the nationals. And we kind of talked about this on the last show where instead of having all these kids that are making the jump to pro that are riding A class at all the amateur nationals, we're just going to have them show up to all the nationals. We're going to do 15, 20-minute motos, and they're just going to earn their points that way. So they're already adapted to doing nationals instead of, oh, hey, we're going to have you go do Oak Hill. We're going to have you go do World Minis. We're going to have to do Mill Creek when it really doesn't fucking matter because you're either going to come out pro when you want to or you're just going to keep kind of like a Levi Kitchen in this situation where, oh, he's going to do Loretta's. No, he's going to go do the first round. And they've been trying to figure out a way to make this a possibility where the A class, pretty much for all these top level kids, they don't have to do it. They don't have to do another year of amateur shit. They can literally go right to the pro nationals, get an idea of what it's like to do the nationals, be with your factory team, whatever team you're going to. You're in front of the crowd. You're riding the track when it's rough, and you get your start that way. And I know it's a little different than what you're saying and what.
So are we talking like a 125 class, or we're talking legit 250Fs?
Like a legit 250Fs.
Oh God, Jesus fuck.
But the problem is that the reason why all these classes over the years, whether it be the one when they were doing the 125 All-Star stuff or when they were doing the women's class, is they have restrictions on time because of TV. So they can only do 4 laps. So the only way they'll do it, though, is if they can figure out a way to do more than 4 laps, which what I say to them is okay, so that last hour that we have from the 450 Consi to the first moto of the 250s or 450s, however they're running it.
Yeah.
So it'd be 250. We have an hour, and they do track prep, and they do the opening ceremonies, they do all their promos. Just fucking keep doing your promos, have them do that, First race, they don't need track. They don't need track prep.
Why do we need to do track prep?
We don't need to do track prep. This is pro nationals. These are the best guys in the world. Like,
terrible excuse.
Why do we care? We can get the moto in, and then guess what? You really want to make it hard for them? You know when your second moto is? The last moto of the day. Right after the last 450 or 250 moto, when it's rough as shit, there's no traction in the dirt. Great way to learn how to ride a pro national track before you're ready to go.
Why do we even have to do two?
Well,
why can't they just do one?
You don't have to.
You just do one.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's what their excuse is. Oh, we don't have time because of TV restrictions. No, you got enough time.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. We don't need to track prep.
And you know what the thing is? If nobody's there watching on the last race, because let's be honest, some people start leaving early, which I don't blame them. Like, it's hot, it's a long day, you're drinking, whatever. Who cares? They don't need to have people watching this race.
I don't think it needs to be a two moto. I think it only needs to be one.
Well, I don't really care. I think that it's a great, because let's be real. For a lot of these kids, like Levi Kitchen, for a Matt LeBlanc, for Chance Hymas, Jet Reynolds, none of these kids really give a shit about these amateur nationals. Mm-hmm. They're just doing it because they're contracted to do it and they can't jump pro yet. We just need to do it that way. Mm-hmm. Like, feed them to the wolves. That's what they do in Europe. You get your national series for these European guys, which they go do in their stuff, but their real jump into the factory stuff is at the actual Grand Prix. Mm-hmm. Why don't we have that here? And we wonder why we're second best in the world when it comes to motocross, because we don't have our up-and-coming kids. We might be the best in Supercross. We've proven that. Mm-hmm. But people wonder why we get our asses kicked every year when we race outdoors. It's because we're not grooming these kids the right way anymore.
Well, we just don't care about motocross.
Yeah, but that's my point, though. But see, that's the thing, though, is we don't care, but we do care when it comes time to, we just got our asses handed to us by the Euros.
Well, yeah.
So it's like we don't care 99% of the year, but then when we go race them and we get our asses handed to us, everybody's like, well, what the fuck happened? Well, you know what happened. You know what happened. So you can't, if you really don't care, then don't say anything when we go get beat every fucking year when we race the MX of Nations.
Yeah.
Because if people really didn't care, they wouldn't say anything about it. But we hear it all the time. Everybody's like, well, I don't know what happened. How do we get beat? You know how we got beat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing for like 2 weeks, and then it goes away.
It is, but
where like Supercross is like months. Like there's months leading up, there's months after. I mean, Supercross is recharged or time in the spotlight's much longer than Disnations. Disnations is always kind of like a kick in the gut, but it's only like a single kick in the gut.
Well, it's a kick in the gut, but you know the people that isn't it. It's not a kick in the gut, but you know the people it is a kick in the gut for that really hold on to it. Your boy Zach Osborne, he doesn't like getting beat. That dude, everybody knows who watches the show. I'm not a Zach Osborne fan, but I've always told you the one thing I admire about him is his bulldog mentality, his grit, his love of this country, how much he actually cares.
Can we talk about how good that number one plate's gonna look on his bike all summer?
Yeah, whatever. He's gonna have the number one plate,
especially in that red background.
Yeah, well, that's gonna go way quick. Anyway,
so good.
He doesn't like it when we get beat. He takes that shit to heart.
Yeah.
So that should tell you right there that you still have one of the best guys in our country that gives a shit about motocross, the national champion from 2020. That's a big deal to him. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why everybody else is like, whatever. It's annoying to when I see one guy, and I don't even like the guy, but yet he takes it personal when we get our asses handed to him. Because you think that when he went to Assen? When he went to Assen and he got fucking worked, you think he was happy about it that the whole time? Hell no. He was pissed.
Most time when people go to the ass, they're pretty happy.
But I think we should do that. I don't understand why we don't have that going on. Like, it's pointless to me.
I think we should do it on 125s that are all set up the same. I think Yamaha should produce them. I think it should be a Yamaha 125 spec class, 12 rounds. All these amateur kids, top 40 amateur kids in the country get invited to it.
Well, you want to know another rumor that I heard talking about that?
You spend way too much time on Vital.
No, it's not. It's not from Vital. It's from people that have nothing to do with Vital. The rumor on that, and that's actually been a thing too, make it in a 125 class, but basically there'd be a kickback to the manufacturers because it'd be a true national series for the 125 class.
Yeah.
So we know that KTM, Gas, Husky, Yamaha are the only manufacturers that still produce brand new two strokes. Like, there's other ones over in Europe and stuff, but like those are the main four that people pay attention to. So obviously Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, they haven't done it for a long time. Did you know that there was a thing going around when that was actually becoming a possibility for doing the 125 stuff, that having a kickback to the manufacturers, that Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki, or not Yamaha, Honda, Kawasaki, and Suzuki actually threatened to pull out of the Nationals if they did that?
Good,
because they'd be so pissed off that they weren't getting a kickback, and people go, well, you're the ones that don't make two-strokes, so why the hell do you give a shit?
I say, good, let them.
Like, when I heard that, I'm like, are you shitting me?
If y'all want to cry about it, go ahead.
That's exactly what I said. I was
Take
like,
your ball,
are
go
you
home
kidding
and
me?
cry. The rest of us are going to enjoy the racing.
I just heard that, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why do you care? You don't make two-strokes anymore, so why does it fucking matter? Oh, because you're not getting let in on the Cool Kids Club and getting a kickback for something you don't do?
Here's a little secret to Mr. Honda, Mr. Kawasaki, Mr. Suzuki. You guys are now the minority.
Oh,
Where you were
it's
the
Austrian,
majority,
bro.
you guys are now the minority who doesn't make two-strokes anymore.
Well, speaking of that, they're also not looking. Have you seen the and wow, we're getting off track with shit. But have you seen the contingencies for outdoors yet?
8.3 mil.
Yeah, but have you seen the breakdown of each who's
No,
getting
but
what?
I assume Kawasaki's is big.
Kawasaki's is the biggest, right?
Okay.
Kawasaki, yeah, no. I think Gas is actually the biggest.
Really? Weird.
I think it's either Kawasaki or Gas. So if it is Kawasaki, that I think Gas is second, and I think Suzuki obviously is going to be the lowest. It goes like Kawasaki or Gas, and then like KTM, Husky, Yamaha, Honda, whatever. Like Honda and Yamaha are pretty close. But Gas, aside from, because I think you're right, I think Kawasaki is number one. Aside from them, their payout is almost as big as the other manufacturers like Honda, Yamaha combined. How pathetic is that the newest, and I say newest, but it is newer, the newest brand is putting out more money than the big four other than one of them, like the OGs manufacturers. Like, I find that so pathetic.
Austria's coming to eat their lunch, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're yeah.
So this is something genius that I didn't realize, and I don't know, maybe you realized it, and I'm just a fucking idiot. But I was listening to some podcast this week, and I can't remember which one it was where they pointed this out. So Gas is like the entry level brand for the Austrian companies.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like the cheap, quote unquote, cheap brand of the companies.
Yep.
And then you go up to KTM and Husky are the more elite brands, and I'm just going, this is fucking incredible. Like, I've never thought about doing that in the power sports industry. I mean, you look at all the car manufacturers, they all did it, you know. Chevy was the intro brand, and Cadillac was like the, you know, it was always the Cadillac of cars.
Well,
you
and
know,
like
whatever.
Ford and Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, why do these fucking other companies not do that? Well, number one, okay, I'll just put it out there. They're stupid.
Well, they're
I
small minded. They're small
I
minded.
almost said it in a different way that in 2021 would not be acceptable.
Yeah, they're small minded.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
They are stupid. The fact that Suzuki's irrelevant. I'm not talking about Suzuki anymore. The fact that Kawasaki and Honda no longer make any sort of 125 two-stroke. You've seen everything that happens. I mean, dude, the Yamaha two-strokes have not changed since 2003.
And the crazy thing is they're still considered the best.
You want to know what they changed on them? The bodywork.
Yeah, they've done that every 5 years.
So why don't y'all just dust off the old blueprints from 2007 and start cranking them bad boys out again and just fit it with some different plastics?
And the YZ250 stroke is still one of the most highest selling bikes of all time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pull out, like Honda and Kawasaki, you could pull out their 2007 schematics, start making everything exactly the same, put a modern bodywork on it, modern set of handlebars, and a modern seat cover, and boom, you're in.
Well, the thing is,
And
too,
you're making money with next to zero design effort.
right now there's a lot of guys at Honda, and they come from the MotoGP side of things that are obsessed with two strokes. A lot, like, just let me set the scene for you, and this is going to sound a little bit exaggerated, but like, okay, so like, say this is the Honda facility,
Yeah.
like wherever in Japan the Honda facility
Yeah.
is. You got all this, how many ever square miles it is, it's fucking huge. So you have all the different stuff. You got the bike side, you know, the dirt bikes, the road bikes, the UTVs, the cars, all that kind of shit. You got all their testing stuff. But like, pretend on all the way other end of the building, underground, there's a little bit of a layer. And this, like I said, this is going to sound exaggerated, but I'm trying to paint my picture here. There's a group of guys right now at the Honda facility that are two-stroke fanatics and that are figuring out a way to break back into, get all the fucking top execs, get them out of there when their contracts run out. They want to bring two strokes back because they come from the GPs, the MotoGP side of things. So these are the smart people that know how to do shit. Mm-hmm. And they want to bring two strokes back to Honda. And this has been like, I guess, like a 10-year plan. So we're looking at like 20. So this has been going back to like 2015. So like 2025 to 2026.
Okay.
They are legit trying to figure out a way to get some of these people that all they care, and money is obviously the biggest thing, but like they have a different look on how to present things. They want to get two strokes back. They want to, because that's the thing. People forget this. The Honda CR250 two-stroke is the most winning bike if you go through all the eras of all time. Like, it has more championships than any other actual bike. We're not talking about riders. We're talking about just the Honda 252 stroke in general. If you talk about the 80s, the 90s, and through Carmichael's era, has almost more championships than any other just bike ever. And if you call out in the GPs and all that kind of different shit, and Honda knows that. So Honda, we kind of know, especially being Honda guys, how Honda fanatics are. Like Honda fans, Honda consumers are probably the most diehard, crazy fucking people.
Yes, we
when
are.
it comes to So just imagine the Honda two-stroke guys that are buying all these old, whether they're doing the Evo vintage stuff, the Super Evos, they're buying the 80s, the 90s bikes, they have the 2007 CR250, whatever. Think about how much they would pay if you told them in 2025, we have a brand new Honda 252 stroke, brand new engine design.
I would have a deposit on it yesterday.
That's my fucking point, dude. They would pay buku bucks for that bike. Mm-hmm. They don't care how much it is.
I can't afford it, and I would have a down payment on one. I'd be like, I want the first one.
So there are actually Honda guys right now that are trying to figure out a way to make this happen because they think it's absolute bonkers that Honda doesn't produce a two-stroke.
I mean, I just don't get it, okay?
I don't know about Kawasaki and Suzuki. I don't know. Suzuki doesn't have the money. I don't know why Kawasaki.
Suzuki, I heard like 2 years ago, they were trying to make a kit so that you could buy the 250F,
but it's
put
like
the
a kit
125
but it's like a kit car. It's not a real. It's basically like doing
an option.
It is. But it's not like a true, like, hey, this is
better
like,
than nothing.
Yes, I completely agree. And I don't know what Kawasaki's deal is. I don't know what their excuse is. But the thing is that if Honda did this, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine how much. They would probably sell out before they even got the fucking units in this country.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, we got way off track there.
It's a good time, though.
Yeah, that's okay. It was good. It was good talking about it. Okay, so let's get on to Salt Lake City 2 here in the end of Supercross. Where would you like to start with last night? I'll tell you what. We're going to start at 250s because I want to start right off the bat. That first heat race.
The East? With Jalek Swoll and McAdoo and Hunter?
Yes.
Or West, I'm sorry. West.
Yeah, the West guys. Yep. I want to start
man.
right off the bat.
I'll give credit to Jalek, man. I shit on him for a long time, and I said I wasn't going to do that anymore with Supercross.
No, we got back up farther than that.
Oh, okay.
Back up earlier in that first heat race.
Okay.
What was the first thing that happened?
What was the first thing that happened? Oh, when Hunter took Cooper wide in the corner.
Oh, buddy. That happened, and I was like, it's fucking on!
Do you think that that's going to, especially even when in Fortner, do you think that this is going to transfer over to outdoors?
I don't know about transfer over to
Because I don't know what
outdoors.
Hunter's, like, I know that it's because, he was battling, he was trying to get in his head. Like, he knew that mathematically he was still in it, but there was really no way he was going to win that title. So I know that that was a part of it, but, like, I don't know if there's actual beef between him and Hunter, or Hunter and Cooper. I know that, Jet and Cooper had their beef last year at the end of outdoors, but whatever. But, like, do you think that, like, right now, Jet and Hunter are just trying to fucking get in everybody's head at this point?
So here's what I think. I'm not sure that he really has beef with Cooper.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an excellent move to try to pull something off with the title last night.
Oh.
Because think about it. So he does that, right? Cooper goes off.
The heat race of all things,
Yeah,
too. Not even the main.
Well, but let's just start it early, okay? So he goes off, has his issues there, obviously. Works his way back to, what, 8th? Like, he didn't really push through.
Yeah.
And there was a time that I was like, is he not going to get through here? So then he goes to LCQ. So now all of a sudden you're freaking out because if you don't make it, if something happens in the LCQ,
you lose the championship.
You lose the title. Well, maybe.
Well, Hunter was only 16 points down.
So he loses the title. Well, he could lose the title, but Hunter would still have to finish somewhere better to get the amount of points, whatever. But anyway,
okay.
But yeah, dude, I was super excited when that happened.
So before I go further with that, I have a hypothetical, and obviously it doesn't matter because it's over with. But so Hunter obviously had his issues, but I think that Hunter, had he not washed the front in the main, probably would have got second behind Jet.
Okay.
And this was no disrespect to Colt. Like Colt, we knew, and we'll talk about it. But I just think that Hunter was riding a lot better than getting third.
Yes.
I think even if he would have had a start, I think it would have been good between him and Jet. Whatever. But hypothetically, say Cooper does go to the LCQ last night.
Yep.
And say he doesn't make it the main. So Hunter's 16 points down. Do you think that if there was a situation where, even as good as Jet was riding last night, if Hunter's in second and Jet knows that Hunter has to, well, he wouldn't have even had to beat him. Never mind.
No.
I would have been saying, do you think that if there was a situation where Jet was in front of Hunter anywhere in the pack and Hunter had to beat Jet, do you think Jet would have been like, oh, yeah, no, big bro.
Yes.
You got, okay.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking the same thing. That never occurred to me until just now. But, I couldn't imagine.
You want to talk about team tactics? There would have been team tactics in that truck.
Well, yeah, especially when you consider it's your brother. So
Yes.
it's like.
Oh, yes. 100%. 100%. So, yeah. So that started the night, and I was super excited. And that heat race did not disappoint. I mean, like you said.
Jalik
was throwing it.
Oh.
And McAdoo was throwing it. And Hunter was throwing it.
Hammaker was getting in there.
Hammaker was throwing it.
Everybody was getting in there.
It was awesome.
And you know what? Mad respect to Jalik, man. He held his own there for quite a while.
He did, but then things started happening really quick for him.
And you knew that after he got past, I can't remember if it was Hammaker that passed him first or Hunter or whoever it was, because McAdoo was the last one to pass him.
Yeah.
But whoever passed him first and then he got him back, you knew that, okay, he was going to start going backwards a little bit because he's just, once again, he's still not used to being up front.
Nope.
Supercross or outdoors. But man, he had that first turn, that inside dialed in, man.
He did.
He would square off that corner just perfect so he could straighten out at the apex.
Yep.
And he could just run him wide. And I'm like, dude, how in the hell is nobody pick? He's done it 4 times.
Yep.
I'm like, how did nobody pick up on that? But no, man, you know what? Julie Swoll had a damn good year. I'll give that kid all the credit in the world.
Yep.
He had a really good year.
Yep, that was pretty good for him. 250 East heat race.
Yep.
Not quite as exciting.
No. I mean, Mosman pretty much got out front, checked out.
Yeah.
But
That's he was on my fantasy team.
oh, he was.
I was super excited after that heat race.
Yep.
Then we went to the LCQ. I was super excited because I had Wageman.
Yep.
And we made it.
Yep.
Sick.
Yep.
Then
The first turn happened.
we didn't make it. Sorry. Wageman, we didn't make it. And I was like, fuck. Okay. Then we went to the main for 250s.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Mosman getting up. And I saw Marchbanks getting up. And I went, well.
You had Marchbanks too?
Yes, I did. And I went, well, fuck my life.
Dude. Boys were running it in deep on that first turn.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, man, that's the widest first turn of the whole entire season.
Oh, hey, by the way, don't worry. We didn't have a replay of that either.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Matt Mitchell was texting me last night. He's like, this broadcast is fucking terrible. And it was. It was. Hey, I don't want to see the battle for 4th place in the LCQ. I don't want to see the battle for 9th place in the heat race. I don't want to see any of that. I want to bounce back and forth between like 1st and 2nd place and like whatever. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's been an issue for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly at the point, and we talked about this even a couple years ago when it was still NBC Gold, like, I've given up on bitching about that because it's like it's never gonna and it's worse in Supercross because obviously they have different shit from their producers, but it's like, man, like I don't know, you just know the people running that side of things don't know anything about the sport. They're like they don't know what the fans want to see. Like I don't know.
Bondo's been doing it for a long time, man.
Well, he's got issues then because
yeah, it was not great.
But I think that LCQ though. kind of solidified the fact of what we talked about a few different times on the show, that even though the guys who went 1-2 were both West guys, or East, I'm sorry, the West depth pretty much had the East depth pretty covered if you start going through the list.
Oh yeah, but
because
we knew that.
I'm pretty sure no privateer from the East got in. I think it
You
was
mean from the West.
Yeah, I don't fucking keep getting that.
I know. It's fucky this year.
Whatever coast Kevin was on. Whatever coast Kevin was on, no privateer I don't think made it in through the LCQ. I think all top 4 guys from the other coast.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went, yeah.
Well, Wageman was doing all right, and then we ate shit.
But he wasn't on Kevin's coast though.
No.
He was on the other coast.
Yeah.
So like even if he would have made it in, it's still like I can't remember who was leading that LCQ at the beginning, and then they went down. But they were the only guy that was from Kevin's coast. And then after he went down, it was what? Subs, Schwartz, Schock, and
Wageman.
And even Surratt was in there, and he went down. And obviously Mitchell had his. So it's like, dude, that pretty much solidified the fact of like the depth between each. It wasn't really that close.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
Can we talk about the Wageman going down the LCQ there?
What do you got? Well, I mean, what do you?
Well, so they're standing there waving the flag, right? Very clear. We could all see it.
Yep.
Wageman's on the inside, though.
Yeah, he couldn't
see it.
Yeah, no.
100%. That was what happened. He couldn't see it. Last second, he could see something out of the corner of his eye. He went, oh, shit, then clutch it, whatever. But one thing I noticed on the replay, we've got those nice light-up posts on the faces of jumps and stuff, right?
Yep.
They had a set there.
Yep.
They were not on.
Yeah, I think those have been pretty much just like aesthetics, because I don't remember.
No, they work.
No. I know they work, but what I'm saying as far as aesthetics, because I don't remember the last time I've even seen them like on.
I don't know. But it's like, okay, if we have these, because if that's on, he sees it, he rolls through there, whatever. And now, granted, I'm only seeing this under a hyper microscope because I had him for fantasy. But at the same time, I was like, dude, if we're going to have these posts with these lights on, why the fuck were the lights not on?
I mean, I don't even think they used them for the situation in Orlando earlier this year with A-Mart.
I don't know.
I don't remember the last time I've seen those blinking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that's a whole...
It's one of those things I don't pay attention to until last night.
Well, I mean, nobody really does until it actually, like, you see them blinking. But that's the thing, though. I think that they're just there as aesthetics. Like, I don't remember the last time. Like, I've seen them used before.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I can't tell you the last time I've actually seen them on during a race. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say, though, that the racing in the 250 class, I honestly didn't think was going to be that good.
And it was great.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we might as well just get into the main.
Yeah, we can.
So can we talk about Mosman, though, for a second?
Oh, boy.
With the way he... No. I don't have anything bad to say. I want your opinion. With the way he rode in that heat race, because let's be real, he dominated. Like, I think he had a point to prove, because he came out, and I think he got a little bit of heat, not us, obviously, because fucking probably didn't even hear that, but other people. Like, he got heat for
it
the
was
way...
probably all us.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
the heat he got for what happened the week before. And I think you could tell, dude, he got up front, he was sprinting. I mean, he had a 3-second gap out of the first lap, I think it was.
Yeah.
Do you think that if he got a start, he could have won that main? Because, I mean, dude, he was on it in that heat race. I still think
moving pretty good. Well,
I mean, Jet was on a mission, but I'm going to be real honest with you, man. Like, Jet had some moments where he was a little...
I'm going to say out of the heat races, him, Jet, and Hunter looked the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
There wasn't anybody that was touching those three.
So let me rephrase that. If Mosman gets out front, I don't think Jet catches him, is what I'm saying. If they're in a battle, maybe.
Could be.
But I don't think Jet would have caught him, because I think Mosman would have done the same thing he did in the heat race, and he would have just sprinted his brains out.
I'm not going to fully stamp that, but I'm not going to disagree with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, once again, though, even in the top 10, man, like aside from Jet and Colt and Shimoda, it was all the other coast.
I was actually amazed that Colt pulled the start he did and led for as much as he did.
So my take is on this, and I know that you're probably going to have a different take because you are Jet, and I like Jet too, but obviously I'm a Hunter guy. I think that Colt, he was like, he knew, okay, I got the start. Like, I have this championship right now, especially now that I'm out front. I think he kind of sprinted away. He got his gap. And then I think that he knew that Jet was just not, he didn't want to be denied. Like Jet, I think he had a point to prove last night. I think the Colt's like, I don't want it as much as you do, dude.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's not taking anything away from Jet. Jet rode amazing. He rode awesome. I just don't think that I don't think that was the 100% Colt that we seen earlier in the year. I think that he
No.
But he's probably going in the back of my mind, dude, this kid's on one.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. I don't need to deal with that.
Nope. And you saw it. He let him go. Like,
yeah, of course. But when he let him, but even after he let him round though, like he latched onto him and he kept it within like a second.
Yeah, he didn't let him.
Which even surprised me though. Like I thought the moment Jet got around, Colt's like, Psh, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to beat you.
Yep.
Hunter though, dude, I was so bummed when he pushed the front.
Oh, me too.
Because I'm like, I would have loved to seen Jet and Hunter go 1-2.
Did you see him launch his bike after
Ghost
the race?
rode the shit out of it.
Oh,
Oh,
bro.
it was amazing, bro. It's amazing.
He just like threw that thing and was like, bro, we did it.
But and maybe because he just mailed her in, Cooper, back in whatever he got, 8th or 9th, I don't know what it was. He had the Phoenix boys like on his ass the whole race. With I think it was Peters and Lopes were right behind him. Maybe even Osby there for a second. So he had like all 3 Phoenix dudes behind.
Justin Cooper did exactly what I thought Justin Cooper was going to do last night, which was nothing.
But here's the thing. So we saw the celebration with Jet and Hunter, and that's to be expected.
Yep.
We saw Colt, like everybody was dapping each other up. Hey, good, congratulations. And maybe it was just because Cooper was so far back, so there was such a huge gap from him to everybody celebrating. But did you notice when Cooper came off the track, everybody's kind of like... Like, I'm not the only one that noticed that, right? Like, or do we think that was just because, like, hey, he was so far back, nobody really had time?
I don't know. I guess I didn't pay too close of attention to it.
That's the kind of shit that I pay attention to because I think, for me, because I've been around it in person with different people and the dislike of, I just saw that as of, there's not a coincidence that people really weren't like super happy that he won that title.
Yeah.
I don't really think he has a lot of friends out there, if I'm being real honest with you.
I don't think so either.
And I don't know Justin Cooper. Like, I've never talked to him. I was around him when he was an amateur, but like like I said, I've never talked to him, don't know his family. But I just don't think that he has a lot of friends. Like,
no.
I just don't. And I don't know if that's because of his attitude. I don't know if it has anything to do with the way his girlfriend is, because his girlfriend's sometimes a little over the top.
A little?
Well, apparently she's a fucking millionaire.
That's what happens when you're rich.
But I find it odd that he didn't really have anybody to celebrate that title with.
He's got terrible teeth.
He's also got a kink in his neck where he goes to the left.
Have you ever seen, like...
No, I've never paid attention.
Look at this picture when they put it on the screen next time.
Yeah.
His teeth look like...
Like janky? Like rat? Like...
They're like... Okay, so they're like straight and stuff, but they just look terrible. Like... I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like Colt, who obviously takes care of himself very well, so he probably whitens his teeth, all that shit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one that has great teeth either.
Colt could be a model if he wanted to.
Yeah, but... But when they were showing his picture, I was just like, wow, you really do have terrible teeth. No wonder your smile's so fucked up.
I'm going to be real honest with you. I think that he won that championship fair and square, but I think outdoors, I think that he's
going to get rickety wrecked.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's also not, I don't even think he's going to be the second fastest guy on his own team. So,
no.
Can I just say though that how happy I am for Colt that he won that title?
Yeah, I was pumped for that.
Like, I don't remember the last time a true privateer who came in as a privateer has gone on to win a championship.
Oh yeah,
like, dude,
that was a big deal.
That was the coolest. I'm sorry, that's just the coolest fucking thing. The fact that he won that title. Like,
that was.
I don't remember the last time I've been that happy for someone to win a Supercross title in the 250 class.
Yeah.
You know, especially for him, you know, people talk about, oh, we forgot about him. You know, he came in with a Crossland Honda team.
Yep.
And then he went to Rock River, and then he got some publicity, and, you know, he went out there and did this and did that, and he had Star, and he even talked about, he's like, hey, like, I felt I was going to get dropped, and Bobby Rugen was like, nope, we're going to keep re-signing you. I think this is a little bit of redemption for how 2019 went. Like, because 2019, he honestly, I don't think he was still going to win the title, but he could have won that championship. Like, he was right in there. He was just as fast as AC and Frenchie, and he pulled it off, and I think it's freaking awesome. I really do. People forget that, like, when he was on Kawasaki's as an amateur, like, he had this whole line of succession that was before him. You know, we had PJ Larson, we had Austin Stroop, we had Hunter Hewitt, we had Michael Hall, then we had Bogle, and then it was him. And he had a lot of people that he had to back up behind. And he didn't have he had a decent amateur career, but he wasn't like a top kid.
Yeah.
So he hasn't really been in the spotlight his entire career. So the fact that he came from somebody who was, this kid maybe he'll get a win, here or there, but he's just going to be an okay pro, and then he goes out and wins a Supercross championship. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's awesome. I think the story's awesome behind it. People want to talk about Cooper. Oh, he went to public school with it. Like, Justin Cooper had a fucking phenomenal end of an amateur career. Colt Nichols, I don't really know how many titles he even won as an amateur. Probably not that many. You could probably count on one hand how many championships he won. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he went out and won a Supercross championship, I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's a cool story. I don't know what he's going to do outdoors because he's always been kind of known as a Supercross guy. I really don't know, but I don't think he even cares.
No.
I mean, I don't
look for either of those star boys to do anything outdoors.
No, because
to be really honest with you.
Well, yeah, you got a freight train and Jeremy Martin, and then you got Levi Kit. You got Nathan. You got a lot of fucking kids to deal with. Come outdoors.
I don't think J Mart's gonna make it through the year.
No, I mean if he does, I think he's gonna win, but I don't think he's going to. I think that shoulder's bad.
Mm-hmm. It's really bad.
Yeah,
I've heard some things.
I've seen videos of him riding, and he looks great. But once again, I think that shoulder is really, really bad.
If he goes out, I think it's one of the Lawrence brothers.
Oh yeah, I think I would stamp Hunter first, but Jet's close.
Those boys got some drive.
But like I said, even with J Mart, if he's not there, I still think. Oh my God,
did you watch the new Moto Spy?
No, I haven't really watched any of them this year.
They're Lawrence brothers are at Glen Helen doing practice starts, and Jet fucking
Jet high-sided or whatever.
weeds himself.
I saw it.
It was awesome.
I didn't see it on Moto Spy. I saw it on Instagram. I laughed at that. I'm like, what the fuck?
And his mechanic's just like, what are you doing?
I don't know if when his whole shot device disengaged, like he caught a soft spot or what. But that was that was like the stupidest crash for somebody of his level I've ever seen.
He was like 50 foot away from where he started, and he just like fucking whoop swaps in his off.
Then he just like look at the bike and he just goes,
yeah. Well, like I said, and his mechanic's just like, what are you doing?
Hunter's probably going, what the fuck?
Everybody had a good laugh about that
but, one. Even if J-Bar does go out, which, like I said, I think, unfortunately, I think he's going to.
Yeah.
I think that Levi Kitchen and I think Nate Thrasher are going to have something to say about being the best person on that team.
What was Thrasher's best finish last year? Do you remember?
You mean overall or
for the outdoors per moto?
I think his best moto finish was 7th, 6th or a 7th. And you got to think that was.
What do you think his jump is going to be here?
Damn. Well, I know that they've been definitely working on his nutrition. He's getting stronger. I mean, obviously, he just won 2 Supercrosses. I mean, dude, I still don't think he's going to be better than Levi Kitchen, but it will not surprise me if he's a top 5 guy right off the bat. I just do. I mean, you got to remember the thing about Nate Thrasher is he went basically straight from the B class.
Who's we don't have to get super deep into this, but so you've got the Lawrence brothers.
Yeah, Jet Hunter, Faulkner, Shimoda. I would like to say McAdoo, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he's.
I don't think he's gonna do a whole lot.
Seth Hammaker.
Yep.
Thrasher Kitchen. Cooper. And I think you got to put RJ in there.
RJ, okay.
So how many are you at right now? 10.
That's 9.
And then I think that it just depends on. It depends on if he makes it through the whole season. But would you say Mosman? I mean, Mosman. Let's be real. His last year outdoors, he was good. He's good.
I heard Max Boland's flying.
I seen some videos of him. He looked good, but you also got to remember though the videos that he's on the internet are from tracks that he rides all the time. So if it was somewhere else, I would be like, you know what, give the kid credit. But the fact that it's at Glen Helen and it's at Paula, I'm like, I can't really buy into that. He's been riding those tracks since he was like what, 7, 8.
Wow, that's weird. There's not as many people that were.
Well, I mean, we got more people we could go into, but we're going to wait for the outdoor. I mean, it's stacked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You still have Styles Robertson. He's going to be really good.
But I was talking like old. We'll call it old talent. Well, I guess Amart. Is Amart going outdoors?
Yeah.
So Amart. Because I was just trying to think like, okay, cool.
Dylan Schwartz is going to be in there.
You're saying top 5 dude. I'm like, okay, who is
Jarrett Fry? I forgot about him.
Who is the top 5 guys? That have been there, done that.
If I would say the top 5 right now, I think that if you're. To me, my top 5, because I can't put Kitchen in there because I just don't know for sure if he's doing the whole series. I think that if we think that J Mart's out, it's got to be Jet, Hunter, Faulkner, RJ, and Justin Cooper. If you want to talk about guys that have, already raced a full season of outdoors.
Yeah.
But I think that Nate Thrasher, Levi Kitchen, and Seth Hammaker, and even Shimoda are going to have something to say about that. Which, how crazy would it be take Hunter out of it. If Jet, Shimoda, Hammaker, Thrasher, and Kitchen all were in the top 5, that would have to be the youngest top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what? Hunter would be the oldest, and he's not even 21. You got to think about that. Shimoda's 18, Jet's 17,
Yeah.
Thrasher's 17, Kitchen.
Hunter's not 21?
No, I don't think he's
20.
turned.
I thought it was like 23.
No, he's not that much older than Jet. He's only 20. He might just turn 21. So that would be the young. And Hammaker, he's not 20 yet. Like I said, that would be the youngest. That'd be the youngest top 5.
Wow.
I think ever. But that also speaks to motocross is in good hands right now with the youth.
I'm interested to see this Levi Kitchen kid.
Well, you've seen his videos though of him riding, right?
I've watched some of him riding, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He's fast, but again, I'm interested to see him against pros.
well, if you buy into what everybody on his team and everybody else is
Is he
saying,
racing Hymus right now?
oh, dude, he's blowing Hymus's door. He's blowing Hymus and Jet Reynolds' doors off. At Freestone in the 25-minute motos, I think he put 35 on Hymus and like 40-something on Jet Reynolds.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, if you're going to buy into what everybody's saying, and it's not just the star guys, it's other people, when they're doing their sprints, like he's got everybody on that team covered.
All right. What else we got for 250s last night? Shimoda had a night.
Yeah, and I think he was coming off the high of the weekend before.
McAdoo was okay, but obviously didn't really do a
Hammaker
whole
was
lot.
good. Hammaker got the
Seth
Rookie of the
was
Year.
good, yeah.
Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah, I had that down for the Rookies of the Year.
Which I think that they gave that to him because he did better in points.
Yes.
Because obviously Thrasher got 2. He got 1.
Yes.
But Hammaker got 4th in points? Yeah, 4th. Because it went Cooper, Hunter, McAdoo, him, then Jalik.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's
Yep.
really good for a rookie, considering everybody was really worried about, oh, is this kid going to make it through the whole season?
I don't think he's making it through outdoors.
Oh, I think he's going to. I think he's going to be absolutely fine.
He was having heat stroke problems at Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm not worried.
I am.
I'm not. He'll be fine. I know that everybody wants to.
You want to make a bet?
No.
I already owe you like $20 anyway, don't I?
I don't know.
Didn't we have a bet at the beginning of Supercross?
I have no idea.
I think we did.
I can't remember what I did yesterday.
I can't either. I'm going to have to
No.
go back and listen to that first show, though,
I
because I
think-
think I owe you money.
I
Or
think he's-
Cole, one of the two of you.
I think he's going to be fine.
I don't think he makes up. I think by halfway he's out.
Maybe.
Epstein-Barr,
I'm not worried, though.
chronic fatigue, something like that is going to flare up.
I'm not worried. I think
I
that
feel bad for him, but I think that's what's going to happen.
I think there's only going to be a few rounds that you're really going to have to worry about that. I
Look-
think that Southwick, Redbud, and Budds Creek will probably be the only rounds that you're going to have to worry about that. And if we even go to Southwick,
I was
because
going to say, wasn't it you that told me we
yeah,
probably weren't going to Southwick
we might not be
anyway?
going to Southwick.
No, I don't think he makes it halfway through. I think within the first... What's the schedule? Where do we
So
go?
I just looked at this yesterday. So I think it goes Paula,
Okay.
Thunder Valley.
Okay.
Then there's a 2-week break.
Okay.
And then High Point. I think the Wick is in there. And we have a lot of the same tracks back. Redbud, Millville, Washougal's coming back. Unadilla, I think, is... I can't remember if Unadilla is back. Budds Creek is back. So the only ones that are not in there is WW. WW's not in there.
If he gets through High Point, at Southwick, he'll be out.
That'd be the 3rd round. High Point. While there's a 2-week break in between Thunder Valley.
Like I said, if he gets through High Point, which is going to really depend upon what the weather's like this year summer-wise for everyone, when he gets to, what's it called, I think he'll be out by then.
Well, maybe. I mean,
I'm just saying, if you can't go out in Supercross and do 2 10-minute practices in the middle of the day when it's 80-some degrees outside without having issues,
but the thing though is that
then
he
you're fucked.
But see,
for
here's the
Optimus.
thing though is what's crazy, and I didn't know that. Here's the thing though, it's not like he was terrible at Atlanta though. His finishes were fine. He did. It's not like he got 15th.
Oh yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what.
No, I know what you're saying, but
There's-
what I'm saying to counter that is, if he really was having heat problems though, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, but also they weren't racing in the middle of the day.
No, but
They were
even-
just practicing.
But even his qualifying was good though, so that's what I don't understand.
his qualifying was okay.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, is if that's true, and I imagine this was on Pulp. You heard this main event?
I don't remember where I heard it.
Okay, wherever you heard it, whatever.
It was weeks ago. Here,
Okay,
I don't
so
remember.
like so say that happened or whatever. My thing to that is that he grinded it out. And I know that it's a little bit different to do it 35 minute motos in a day, especially the roughness. But my point is that that's actually encouraging to me because if he really was having a heat stroke, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know that he was having. He grinded it out. Now, can you do that multiple weekends? That's a different story. I'm not going to be worried about it. If we go to one of the hot rounds, so say, and even High Point's sometimes hot. So say we go to High Point because I think it's the second week. Or
The first two do not worry me for him. It's once we get to High Point.
If he goes to High Point and say he's running 5th and he goes to 25th, then I'll hit the panic button. But if he's running around 10th, 8th, whatever, then I'm going to be like, well, it's bothering him, but it's not bad. Now, if he drops like a cheap suit, then I'll hit the panic button. I have to see it first. And who knows, man? Right now, a lot of the country is not as hot as it normally would be right now. So we might not even have hot summer this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I've been nervous. I've been nervous for him for the start, though. You know this because with having the Epstein bar already.
Oh, I get it.
And once you get it, it's easier to get it than ever before.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
Then it makes me nervous. So, all right, let's get back to Supercross, though, with the 250s here. Is there anybody else?
Congrats to Josh Osby to get in top 5 in points.
Did he?
I think he got top 5. I think that he eked out a 5th place in points.
That a boy.
Yep. I know that a lot of people will say, well, lucky this because Fortin or whatever, but still, man, he made it through. Good for him. Cool that Hunter got second place bonus.
Yeah, buddy.
It's pretty awesome. I don't know how much that bonus was, but I think it's probably pretty substantial.
It's probably pretty good.
And I'm also going to say, and Sleater just said this on Gypsy's podcast.
Oh boy, here we go. Yes.
It's not that bad, dude. Give Hunter a fucking Red Bull helmet.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Give him a fucking Red Bull helmet. Are you kidding me?
Those two should be such a package deal all the time. I mean, dude, look at him. Look at him even yesterday. Did you hear when they were talking before the interview before the race and in the pre-race show? And he goes, well, little bro over here, I got to look out for him, whatever, however he says it. And then they were like, Jet, do you have anything to say there? He goes, well, he couldn't get off the gate in practice. He got stuck in it. So, at least I can make it off the gate.
So, all right.
Those two are phenomenal.
Is your worry for Hunter and Supercross is over with now, right? Because remember, you and Cole.
Oh yeah,
you and Cole were a little worried.
Yes, I was. Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, cool.
We're good now.
I'm glad. So I don't want to hear any of this.
He made it through a whole season,
and he got second
points. Got a win.
He was faster than actually. Yeah. Had his issues, but the fact that he rebounded a lot of these races from going down earlier is what presses me more than anything. Because a lot of these races, when he went down late in the main, and he could have just been like, well, nope, I'm going to get 6th or 7th. He kept pushing forward.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't want to hear any, like, if he has a bad round in outdoors, I'm hitting the panic button. I don't want to hear any of that. And I think whatever his...
I'll hit the panic button all the time.
Yeah, well, I know, because you freak out. His nutrition, though, coach was right.
Apparently.
Who knew coach? Who knew coach was right?
Who knew Rob could know something about
Rob
nutrition?
knew what he was talking about?
That was fucking weird.
Whatever they fixed with his nutrition, it's obviously doing its job.
Yep.
Because he looks better than ever, which, like I said, especially even with Jet coming out, it's scary for the competition for the Lawrence boys. Because we could have a summer of Honda, at least in the 250 class.
Be weird.
Summer of Honda. God, it's going to be great.
Those slow-ass Hondas.
Red
Fuck, man.
Do you imagine if those two... Dude, I'll say this. If I'm everybody, take out J-Mart because, once again, we don't know. If I'm everybody, if those two get their starts under control...
Yeah.
I'm fucking worried.
You mean like Jet doesn't weed it 5 feet out of the gate?
If those two can get their starts dialed in, because that's their only weak point, if we're being honest, they're not consistent on the starts. If they get their starts dialed in, if I'm the competition, I'm worried.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a real possibility. I don't care who it is, Jet, Hunter, Jet. If those two can get their starts dialed, there's a real possibility they could go to every round and go 1-2.
Well, and can we just
annihilate everybody?
Can we just be honest here? They're also not scared to lay the body into people.
No, and that's what I love. They don't give a shit.
No.
Well, it's that Australian mentality. They do not give a shit.
Given there.
They'll probably take each other out for a win.
They're like, bro, we're cool, but we'll put you in your place.
Do you? I know that they won't care.
I'm glad there's someone on Honda that'll do that.
Oh God, I know. It's about time. Jesus. Anyways, do you imagine though that if they're going 1-2 or whatever, and it's for the overall, and like I said, I don't care what order it is in, but if one of them not like takes out, but like just runs it in deep on the other one to get the win.
Be awesome.
Like Honda will be going, what the fuck? And they'll just be going, we do this in practice.
Be so awesome.
Oh, it'd be great. Because I'll just laugh. Because you'd be like, well, if any two people are going to do it, it's those two.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. Okay. I think we've dragged out the 250s long enough here. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me get my notes.
Oh, it looks like Cole's not coming.
Nope.
Because he's a bitch.
We should cold call him.
We should.
All right. Let's move to 450s. Let's start Rookie of the Year, Dylan Ferrandis.
Yep.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I know. You would say Chase Sexton.
Yeah. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, I know the only reason they gave it to Dylan is because he made it through the whole season.
That's a stupid-ass excuse, but this is the dumb fucking AMA we're talking about, so here we are.
Well, whatever.
I mean, it really doesn't matter, but
No.
at the same time, it's
No,
like, bro,
neither of those two care.
I mean, when you're putting the stats up, and he's got one podium,
Yeah.
like, this is what your Rookie of the Year did was one. Chase got 2 podiums last week.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Outdoors is going to be a lot different, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree. I think outdoors is going to be a different story, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. Well, like I said, just the same thing with Seth, though. I'm happy for Seth. I've been a big supporter of Seth. But if you want to talk about, like, he got 1 win and Nate Thrasher got 2. You could say, well, Nate, his overall finishes weren't better, but he got 2 wins.
I say, I'm okay
I don't know
with
where
that.
Nate finished in points. I think it was like 7th.
I'm
or
okay
8th.
with that one strictly on the fact of Seth was more relevant in my mind than Thrasher was. Thrasher got those 2 wins,
Yeah.
yes, and that's more than Seth got. But if you look at it from a consistent base, I mean, and this is where if Dylan was in the spotlight overall every single week, okay,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. Who was in the spotlight?
I think if
Sexton.
Dylan wouldn't have crashed as many times as he did, where if he actually would have been able to finish where he was before he crashed, which that's fucking riding dirt bikes, it happens. But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it would be a different argument. It'd be a closer one, but I don't disagree with you. I mean, I'm happy for Dylan, but like, it's not like he gives a shit. And if Chase
No.
would have won it, he doesn't care either.
Yeah, no, I'm
It
just
is what
saying.
I mean. It's
just one of those annoyances to me.
but
You know, like a mosquito.
yeah. Well, so I guess we'll
just another thing. AMA never change.
So we'll just we might as well just jump right into those main. Well, first actually the second heat, 1 through 6, 2 seconds at the finish.
Fucking freight train
What the
was
fuck?
awesome.
What in the hell?
That was
Like
so
I'm sitting there,
awesome.
I'm sitting there watching this, and like you know how, and this is I'm glad they actually caught. We talk about the camera being shitty, but
Yeah.
like it's cool that they actually caught this. So they're watching Coop. Who was it? Was it Coop? Who was in the first 3 that Coop was battling with? Was it Marv?
Yeah.
Was it Coop, Kenny, and no, Coop, Marv, and someone else? Forgot who it was.
remember.
And then it was obviously Malcolm, Barsha, and Sexton.
Yeah.
And the other 3, they had it box in box.
Yeah.
And you're watching that, and you could obviously watch the timing, and you're like, oh, they're not that far behind. And then they're showing the box in box.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden they come down the rhythm section, and
you
they
could
started
see them,
matching up.
yes.
And you're like, wait a minute. That other 3 is catching that other 3.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, they're all in the same shot.
Yes.
But it was funny how it just kind of like crept into
Moved
each other. And
itself
you're like,
together, yeah.
oh, they're right there.
Yeah, that was wild, dude. That was fucking wild.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best heat races I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, you see 1 through 3, okay, one and a half
Yeah.
set. But 1 through 6 being like 2.3
Oh,
from
yeah.
first, that was crazy. So let's just jump into the main. So
Was there some bunching going on? That's a serious question.
no, the first thing I want to talk about is Jason Anderson, Dylan Ferrandis, and Justin Barsha.
Oh my god.
Dude. Okay, so and you
talk
notice
about
that
3 guys
did you notice how
with
he
no fucks given.
You notice how he just bailed out on the main after he got into it with Barsha?
Yeah.
He just bailed out. Like, everybody was
Did
like,
he just leave?
Yeah, he just went off the
Is that
track.
really what he did?
Yeah, he rode off the track. He just left.
What?
Yeah. Like, didn't you think it would, like, you didn't know, like, dude.
I thought he crashed or something.
Like, Barsha may have taken him out, but he just, like, rode off the track. Like, after Barsha got around him clean, he just rode off the track. Like, everybody's like, where the fuck did Anderson go? What do you mean? What? People were like, what the hell? So,
Oh my god.
okay. So, Anderson, Frenchie coming through like a freight train, which Dylan had a really good ride too last night. That once
Yep.
again, 2 weeks in a row, didn't really talk about it. He had a good ride. So I'm watching that and I'm going, ooh, I'm like, because you could see him setting up after that little 2-3 section coming back
Yeah.
across the start. And I'm like, ooh, he's got a little bit of payback for what happened, whatever round that was that Ando came up underneath him and then he took him out in
Yeah.
the right hander.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, he ran him wide after the start. And then Barsha's coming along, and I'm like, oh, shit. And then they're getting back into it, and I'm thinking, Anderson, I'm like, I know that you like to play the tough guy, but I'm like, first off, Frenchie's smarter than you, so you're going to lose that every time. And then I'm like, do you really want to get into it with Barsha of all people? Like, this dude's
dude.
been doing this shit way longer than you have.
I'm watching that and I'm going, Barsha in his helmet is just like, this is awesome. This is so great.
And he just
I'm
ran-
having so much fun riding my dirt bike right now.
Dude, it was great. And he just ran him so wide after the
dude.
first turn. And I'm just like,
All of them.
What the only other better one would have been if Malcolm would have just teed off on him for the situation that happened earlier in the year. I'd have been like, dude, it would have been a triple threat. It would have been awesome.
So good.
Because that's the thing. You think about three guys.
Yeah.
In, like I said, Frenchie, who has probably one of the highest race IQs of anybody out there.
Yep.
Barsha, who's been playing this game for fucking 15 years. And then Malcolm, arguably one of the biggest guys out there. Like, you have three guys that you pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, those are the last three guys you want to fuck with for, like, what do you... I'm just like, what the fuck? So, I'm watching that. That was pretty exciting.
We had some bunching in the front.
We did have a little bit of bunching. There was some team tactics. I'm like, oh, we have a Honda on Honda. We have KTM
man.
on KTM.
I was texting, I think, Tom Cooper going, bro, they don't want Sexton to get to Webb because Sexton doesn't give a fuck.
Could you imagine if Chase would have taken him out?
I thought he was going to.
Because after what was it, Orlando 2? They got into it earlier this year?
I really thought, and I know we're crazy conspiracy theories here talking about team tactics.
Yep.
I really thought Kenny, which, okay, let's start there. Because we've got a lot to unpack here. This is a big box this is like a box and a box and a box.
I was never more disappointed to be a Ken Rocks fan.
Let's go back to the beginning of the race here.
Yep.
He's running Webb high.
Yeah, he's playing cat and mouse.
Playing cat and mouse with
And
him.
Coop's like...
Where the fuck has this been?
But Coop's going...
Where has this been?
Oh, I know.
For the last 8 rounds.
But you know Coop's going...
Like, ever since
Let's go!
Ever since Daytona.
Oh, I know.
Ran your mouth at Daytona.
Well, you could even say go back to Indy.
And we did
not Indy,
nothing.
Yeah.
And then last night, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm going to run him high. Oh, I'm going to run him high in this corner.
But he never really
I'm
made
gonna run him
contact
high
with
here.
him, though. So even though
I don't
he
give
was...
a fuck. Do something.
So even though he was he was actually doing something, he still wasn't even being aggressive. He was running him high, but he never really made contact with him. And Coop knew, he's going to do... It was like the Dungey Tomac thing from years ago. But I wasn't really paying attention because I was looking at it going, well, you know. I was more paying attention to what was going on behind him with Marv and Sexton. And I'm thinking, are we really about to have a Honda on KTM murder right now? Like, what is about to happen? Because you know Sexton, he wants to get a win. And he had some of the most ridiculous, dare I say, James Stewart-esque whoop speed going on. And Marv just coming off the win. And he's amped up. He's riding good. The neck brace is off. He's telling Ryan Hughes to fuck off. But I'm going, what is this really happening right now? Like, I'm losing my mind because I'm going, the championship is over with, but I'm like, there's so many sub stories going on here right now.
I was waiting for Sexton to come up and just take Coop out.
So I was thinking that Chase was going to get aggressive with Coop.
Yeah.
Coop does what he's going to do, so I wasn't really worried about him with Kenny. But then I was thinking, I'm like, Marv. I was like, is Marv going to pull an Eli Tomac? Is he going to pull a hate crime on Chase Sexton like he did Eli Tomac? I was like, is he just going to run him in deep? And then it never really surfaced and stuff. But I'm like, dude, I mean, there was so much going on.
Here's the thing. If you're Sexton, why are you not taking him out?
I honestly don't.
What are they going to do? Fucking fine you? Because if they fine you, if you do your job correctly, and Kenny wins that title, I'm writing Kenny a text and being like, hey, I need this amount of money to pay this fucking fine. They can't take it away from Kenny. Kenny didn't do nothing.
I don't think Chase. I think right now, and it's crazy to say this, but I think a lot of people don't want to fuck with Cooper. I don't think they do. Not in the sense that Cooper is this big bad wolf and he takes people out in this and that, but I just think that everybody has come to realize that you really can't beat Cooper at that game. I mean, the last time it really happened was with Eli and Daytona and what was that, 2018. But tell me the last time that somebody has really made Cooper look dumb and gotten away with it. Like, you don't do that with Cooper Webb anymore. Like, he's just better than everybody. Like, you can't. He's gonna figure out a way to make you look dumb. I don't know how. If he's not gonna really take you out. He's either gonna just fucking go 4 inches more to the inside on a corner and pass you like you're standing still and then gap you. I don't think these guys really want to get into it with him. I don't know what it is. But man, there was just a lot of shit going on with that main that I'm like, what the hell? And let's just talk about Sexton. So he goes to the front. And then he dropped anchor.
Did you think he was going to win that race?
Nope.
I thought he was.
Nope. Because after Coop got around Kenny, I was like, gap was like 3.5 seconds, and I was like, so we'll wait 2-3 laps, and then it got down to like 2, and I'm like, nope. I'm like same thing in Orlando. I'm like, Coop's just gonna do it again.
Yep.
And son of a bitch, he did it again.
He did it again, man.
He did it again.
That fucking guy.
Holy shit, dude. Like, I don't even have words for what he's done this season. Like,
he's wild, dude. It's wild. I have a hard time putting myself in the mindset of the other guys, strictly for the fact of I was never the guy that was scared of the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Like in my hockey career.
And like I said, I don't think it's even really that with him.
I went after the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
And I know what you're saying, but like, do you agree? It's not they're intimidated by, because there's nothing really intimidating about Cooper.
Like, he's a 5-foot midget, dude. Yeah. I'd punch him right in the fucking back of the head. And
there's nothing intimidating about him, but he has a mental hold on these dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's not because he's winning championships. Like, we've seen this with guys before. Like, people weren't afraid of Dungey. And Dungey had more championships than almost anybody other than not named Ryan Villapoto or Ricky Carmichael.
Yeah.
Well, he actually has more titles than Villapoto. But anyways, but they weren't afraid of him. So it's not that. It's just he has a hold on these dudes that people, like, he's untouchable. Like, they don't want to fuck with him. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But right now, this is the first time, at least in Supercross. Outdoors is going to be a different story, and we'll talk about that when we do our preview show. But it's Supercross. This is the first time that I've looked at a guy, 2 championships in 3 years, and let's be honest, he could have won 2020 championship had he not almost broken his back.
Yep.
And I don't care what anybody says. I know Eli had an amazing season, but Cooper would have been a lot more of a battle to the finish. 19 wins in 2 or 3 seasons. More so just 2 seasons, 2019 and 2021. This is the first time, in my opinion, that I've seen a guy that I can honestly say, no matter what his situation is, if he wants to go out there and win the fucking race, he's going to win the fucking race.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't want to hear, oh, Ken Roxon is on one. Oh, Eli Tomac is on one. If Cooper Webb is within striking distance of you and he wants to win the race, he's going to win that race.
100%.
And I don't, and we had this conversation when we brought Tom on, and I love Tom, and I respect the hell out of his opinion, and I know he was talking about other people, and Cole, and when Cole's been on here, and even though he was on the bandwagon that we were with Coop, and we've had other people, and this and that, but I'm sorry, if Cooper Webb wants to win a Supercross race, you're not going to beat him. You're just not. Like, and he's proven that now this year. Like, I know that he got the race handed to him with Kenny because Kenny was, but it was like, was he really motivated to win the race? He had a bit, but it's like, dude, I don't even have words for what he's doing right now.
No, not at all. It's incredible to see this what I guess you call a mental strangulation he has on these guys. Like,
yeah,
it's
the only way you could say it.
Yeah. All right, so Kenny drops anchor like the fucking Titanic. I mean, hits an iceberg and just down.
Eli Tomac 2018 style or whatever.
When's he going to retire? What's he got left on his contract?
I think he's got 2 years, right?
So next year?
I don't even. Dude, honestly, it's really hard for me to talk about this because it's fucking frustrating. Like, I was actually pissed off last night. Like, legit mad.
I was just like, this is insane. You were just leading the race, and now you dropped anchor to 10th?
Like I said, it's really hard for me to talk about this without, like, going into one of my freak-out modes because I've been a fan of Kenny for a long time. I remember the first time I ever watched him race was at Minio's when he was on 85s, when he was still just coming over here from Germany.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of this kid for a long time. One of the most naturally talented dudes I think we've ever watched ride a dirt bike. And I can honestly say that in my lifetime, there's only been probably 3 other guys that I've ever watched that make me go, wow. And that's Jeremy McGrath, James Stewart, and Travis Pastrana.
Yeah.
And I would put Ken Roxon in what he can do on a dirt bike. And I would just say anybody that doesn't know, go watch 2016 Outdoors.
So what's the excuse for last night?
There is no excuse.
What's the excuse he's going to give?
Oh.
There's going to be an excuse. Because he didn't crash.
I broke my pinky toe. My shingles flared up. Dude, I don't know because, like I said, this is just really hard for me because I don't ever want to talk bad about Kenny, but that was unacceptable. Like, how do you go from winning the race to did you get 9th or 10th?
I think 9th.
How do you go from winning the race to 9th? And how do you have that big of a points gap on Cooper Webb and then get beat by 30 points or 35 or whatever it was?
I don't know.
Like only 7 rounds. What was it? 7 rounds ago, he was up by like 3 points, and then he lost the championship by 35.
At one point, he was up by 16 points.
Like, how is that even? I don't get it. Like him and Eli should just be best buds because mentally they're both fucking.
Well, they're flying around in private jets together and stuff. So
Mentally, they are two of the most winningest. They're the two most winningest, mentally soft dudes I think I've ever seen.
What can we talk about? Tomac last night goes out, heat race, wins by 5 seconds in a fucking heat race.
Doing Eli Tomac things.
And then in the main, does nothing.
Eli Tomac things.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible. Fucking incredible.
You know that Ricky has got to be watching that, and I know that he can't because he's now on national TV, and he has to play the part, and he's got to do what's best for the company. He's a company man. But off screen, he's probably texting someone, or he's probably talking to himself, going, these fuckers are so pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, people want to talk about, and even people on, in our limited audience, and we talk about this, like when I like talk about the old days, but like I always talk about, because two of the fastest I've ever watched ride dirt bikes is James Stewart and Ricky Carmichael.
Yes.
And you could talk about this and talk about that, the bikes and the talent and the progression, and Ricky even likes to be humble and give guys credit. But I'm sorry. Ricky and James would, and even you could put Villapoto in that conversation, they would have a heyday with these dudes.
Oh, yeah.
They would blow the doors off these guys. Because that's the thing. Those dudes, you can talk about James and his crashing issues, whatever, but he never gave up. He never gave up on a champion. Well, that's obvious. He ragged out himself into the ground how many times to win a race. Mm-hmm. It's pathetic to me. And I know that people say, whoa, you're not in there. And I'm not. I'm just a guy watching the race. But it's sad to me that these dudes are getting paid millions of dollars. They have all these fans. They have all this incentive. They do this and they do that, and they just, I don't care anymore. Mid race, like how do you as a competitor do that? Like I don't understand that, and that's why Cooper Webb is beating their ass because he's not that guy.
Yep. Nope. He's a finisher,
and it's why you could say Zach Osborne won the 2020 championship because he doesn't give up.
Yep. And
it's like, dude, I just don't get it. I don't understand it, and now I have to put Kenny in the same the same category as Eli, as guys that I just don't believe mentally are that strong anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's what that was. Like, you can't say that was anything else.
No.
That was a mental thing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That
was a fuck. There he goes. Okay, well, I'm out.
And it would have been one thing if you would have, like, faded back to, like, third. Okay, whatever. But you faded back to... You were just getting past like you were just fucking on a trail ride.
There was something I was thinking about last night. Have you ever seen a race where Kenny's tracked someone down, like in Supercross, and passed him late?
Like, ever or just recently?
Ever.
There were some days in those RCH days, like the last, I think it was 2016, when it was him and Dungey 1-2. Maybe 2015 when he, probably then, but I don't think it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I don't think since the Honda days, really.
I was just thinking in recent years.
Suzuki days, I think you could look at some of, especially even like 2015, even his rookie year in 2014, he tracked some dudes down because I think he won some races where he didn't get the start. But I don't think since he's got on Honda, he's really ever.
I know it for a fact almost a fact, in the Honda days here. That's never been a thing for us. And I got to think about that last night because I'm like, okay, let's see. So what was it? 2017, 2018.
2018 was the
signs
year.
With Honda.
2017.
Yes, whenever the new
because he got hurt. He got hurt. At Monster Cup.
So 17 comes out, dominates first 2-3 races, whatever, then gets hurt. Comes back, whatever, gets hurt with Cooper Webb. He's out again. Comes back, and he's won races the last 2 years. But it's like when he wins races, what does he do?
He gets to start to gap.
Gets to start and he gaps. His fast twitch for the first 5 minutes. somebody put it in a podcast I was listening to, and again I don't remember. I'm sorry, I listened to too many. His first 6 minutes, his heat race pace is fucking incredible.
His first 6 minutes, and I know that we only use this phrase usually for guys that get into a groove and put a charge on late in the race, but we like to say this with Eli, what he did in Outdoors Beast Mode.
Yeah.
Kenny's Beast Mode is the first 6 minutes of a race.
Yep.
As Eli's Beast Mode is at the end of a race. Well, not lately. Yeah, not lately. But
Yeah.
Eli's Beast Mode is at the end of a race. Kenny's Beast Mode is at the beginning of the race.
Yep.
He's only really ever tracked dudes now in outdoors.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about it, it's never been in Supercross. It's always been outdoors.
Yep.
And I mean, if you really want to get into this conversation, 2017, the race, the night he got hurt, the night that it all went wrong.
Yep.
Okay. So we like to talk about he went out and he won the first race. We were there. Anaheim won.
Yep.
Fucking made everybody look dumb. Second race, we watched the race in California. We obviously weren't at the race, but we were watching it while we were in California. Him and Dungey have a really great battle. He never really inches away from Dungey, but he controls the race and he had him covered. But that third race, do you remember how that race was going that night?
He had a bad start.
Yeah, but do you remember how that race was going before he crashed?
I don't know. He was tracking somebody down.
Dungey was out front, and he was tracking down Cole Seeley. He was trying to track down Cole Seeley for a good 7 laps, I think it was. Maybe 5. Really never was making any headway. And then he crashes.
Interesting.
So I don't know. We always kind of like to fool ourselves. Like we talk about Tomac fans, or I talk about Tomac fans. Everybody has this crazy group of fans. That's what a fan is. It's abbreviated. It's fanatic. We talk about how the Roxon fans are, the Tomac fans are, kind of be delusional about things. What if we were actually all wrong all those years? And we thought that, after 2017, Kenny was going to go on this historic run.
Yeah.
Maybe we were delusional. Maybe he never really was going to go on this historic run. I mean, maybe it would have been different had he won a championship, but nothing has told me in the last 3 years that ever actually would have happened. And I know we could talk about the arm injury and all that. That was a big factor.
Yep.
But it is what it is. And I don't know. If you really want to start going back and analyzing that 2017 season, even though it was only 3 rounds, there were some things that now start to make a little bit more sense of, well, was he really going to be that dominant?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if he would have been.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But, yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
And if he doesn't race outdoors, and even if he does,
I don't think we're going to see him outdoors.
which is going to be sad
Yep.
because that's just another person we don't have.
Who's
But
Honda put on the bike?
besides Sexton?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have much to pick from because they don't really have any guys to pull up from the 250 class anymore.
Yeah.
I can't think of any guys that would. It's a good question.
I'm good at this.
The only guy I could think of that had a really good season last year as a privateer in the 450 class that was on a Honda was Grant Harlan. Grant Harlan had some. Maybe they put Jake Masterpool on that bike.
Maybe. Let's call Cole.
Oh, you're going to cold call him?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it!
Why would I not?
Well, he's probably being a bitch.
Yeah, well, he is. That's all right. He's probably playing Xbox, bro. That's what he does. I'm over here playing Xbox. You know, he went and raced the Sprint Enduro. Now he's hurting. He's an old man. Ugh, man. We're going to call Kevin a little bit, too.
Oh, great.
He's just eating right now, so.
Oh, you just texted him?
Yeah. If this dude doesn't answer the phone, I'm going to freak out. How's that 2014 phone doing for you?
Doing just great, bro. Just great.
Jesus Christ.
Cole, you're such a bitch.
Wow, he's really not going to answer, is he?
Nope. Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
Hello, you have reached Cole Ugetti with Tucker Powers.
Okay. Well, he's off the table. You want to call Tom?
Sure.
We need some more opinions on last night. That's what we really need in our lives here.
We're going to talk about some silly season stuff.
Sure. You want to talk about Plessinger going to KTM?
And Jason Anderson possibly going to Star Yamaha?
He's not going to Star Yamaha.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh, why not?
He's way too in bed with Rockstar.
Oh, well, he should go to Star Yamaha.
He's not going to Star Yamaha.
Well, he should.
Tail Lock Goings, what's up?
Hey, Tom Cooper, welcome to the Moto Aftermath Show, bro.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Hey, how's it going?
We're just cold calling people on the phone to talk.
Oh, are we on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air. We're rolling.
About an hour and a half deep.
What a race. That was a good one.
Oh, boy.
What'd he say?
I don't know what he said.
What'd you say?
And what a race. It was a good one.
Oh yeah, dude, it was awesome. So I just asked Justin. I'll ask you the same question here. When does Ken Roxon retire?
I don't think he retires. I think that he's got a few years left in him, but he's got to get over the baby hump thing. So I previously said in some of the other episodes that, especially in hockey, there's a thing about athletes that are in dangerous sports such as hockey, motocross, shit like that, that when they have a marriage, or especially kids, especially young kids or their first kids, kind of even more so then, that they kind of soften up and they lose that edge, right? So they still have the ability, they probably have more strength than usual, but they don't have that hungry tiger attack. And I think we saw it yesterday, so I really, it hurts me to say this, but Ken Roxon, number 94, pulled like a lawn chair, and I think that was a bit to do with that. He kind of, you see some of these guys that kind of just get complacent with going home safe, and there's nothing wrong with that because then you don't go and retire young like I did. But when you have a shot at being the champ, and you could punt your opponent into the third row to win the championship and win a couple $1 million, and you essentially say, hey, here you go, congratulations, you're the champ, I'm going to go take 12th place or 10th place or whatever, then, well, that's not exactly having the edge that we're used to seeing from Ken Roxon.
Well, I give him some credit, okay? At least he did something last night. We were doing some bunching. He was definitely bunching. However, our backup, Chase Sexton, didn't come through in the clutch and just clean out the number 2 like we needed him to. He was more focused on going to the front, which was a big issue because he could have just cleaned out 2 and then gone to the front. And then when he got fined after Kenny won the title, he could have just, sent the bill to Kenny to have him pay it, and we'd have been good.
Stu was in his headset telling him, if you don't hit these fucking whoops fourth gear wide open, I'm going to punch you.
Well, for what it's worth, I think that when Chase Sexton was going so fast in those whoops after I think it was finish line and making up a ton of time and then just blows past Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb also kind of seemed to say, okay, let's see what you got, kid. And then,
he's like,
Dad, McGrath move and comes back into 9, and I'm taking the win too.
Yeah.
He's like, Daddy's got you covered. Daddy Webb has got you covered.
What if I told you the rumor mill is that Kenny's gonna buy himself out of his contract early and retire?
Oh, really? That was the rumor you were going to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about the Zach Osborne
I'll bet
one
you
too.
$100.
You'll bet me $100 he doesn't?
Yep.
I'm in on 50.
Can I get 75?
His contract eventually, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
I think
I wouldn't be crazy surprised if he doesn't do outdoors, or if he comes up with some mysterious, I got a strange cough, I'm going to take the outdoors off. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but I don't think he's done.
My pinky toe hurts.
I was gonna say the rumor mill is he's not racing outdoors, and he's gonna buy himself out of his contract early.
It's a credible source too.
So
the only reason that I can see him doing that is if he, by doing these kind of, I don't want to call it quitting, but after rolling over and playing dead.
We're calling it quitting, Tom.
It's quitting.
It's quitting, Tom.
He's going that way is if he had, in his mind, decided that he didn't have what it took. Because I know, there's a lot of us that have been kind of the higher end of athletics. At least you have this thing where if you feel like you can't go out there and crush everybody and dominate, then you're not going to even bother. And that's kind of amplified by having a newborn and a bride at home, right? So you're kind of like, if I'm not going to go out there and kill it, maybe I just go surfing instead. Well, I don't think that's the case, but that's the only way I could really see it being that with 94.
I think he goes next year, and then I think he's done.
Problem is that Daddy Webb still is still the big dog now, and he's never going to win that title if Daddy Webb keeps doing what Daddy Webb keeps doing.
What
I'm saying there's no fucking way he's retiring.
I got $50. Says he retires after next year.
75.
No, I'm 50. Call Dan Truman. He'll get you for 100. Dan Truman will bet anybody anything.
For what it's worth, Dan is a very credible source. So I didn't listen to the other podcasts or wherever else Dan might have said that, but what Dan says.
Oh no, Dan!
Oh, no. This isn't from Dan.
This isn't from Dan. I'm just saying Dan will bet. Dan had like $10,000 worth of bets going on fantasy results.
And won like what, 1,000?
I don't know.
Was one of them on Nick Gaines?
Maybe, who knows? So, what do you think of
Dan
that?
Truman is, so when I was with KTM, Dan Truman is the sole reason that I got sharp on the get system because he was the get guy.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time with us, me, him, and Grant, and AJ Catanzaro was like our lead tester guy back then on the team, and Dan was so sharp with that stuff when nobody else, it was him and Aaron Johnson at BC. Nobody else had really any idea what they were doing. So I'm sitting there, and fortunately I had the background coming from engineering where I had a pretty all right idea what at least some of this stuff meant. But when it comes to like the implementing it on the bike, seeing what the differences were, that was really, really interesting. I got a lot of respect for guys like Dan Truman because they really pushed the growth of the sport on the bike side of things. There's a lot of the growth of the sport that comes from the TV contracts and the sponsors and all that other shit. But down at the core, the development of bikes over the years really drives the development of the sport. And guys like Dan and Roger Coster and those guys, they got their fingers all over that shit.
Interesting.
KTM's proven that.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see a picture of Roger DeCoster on the podium last night with number 2, and on the podium he's standing there just looking at number 2, and that's such an iconic photo. Like, there are so many people that have won championships for Roger DeCoster, from Honda to KTM to Suzuki to you name it. To be in that regard is a very select group that will go down in history.
I think the only other guy he's ever looked at like that was Dungey, and that was the Suzuki days.
I couldn't hear you, Justin.
No, I said the only other.
I'm really excited to see what. So, like, last night, it called me crazy. But the 250 guys, one of them seemed like he won everything, and the other guy seemed like a sideshow.
So you mean Colt Nichols feels like he won it all, and Justin Cooper feels like he didn't win anything?
Maybe he doesn't feel that way, but I tell you what, the rest of it, everything else kind of comes across that way. You're looking at Colt Nichols, and he looks like he just won the Super Bowl. Not like he won Supercross. He looks like he's going to Vegas because he just won the Super Bowl. And then Just Cooper, it's like he won the local A race, almost like nothing even happened.
I just want to know how much bigger that diamond earring's going to get on Colt Nichols' face.
Not very. Did you see the interview? He's going to, like, pay his house off, and then he's got to figure out a house for Florida.
I wonder how much his bonus was. Had to been handsome.
He had to win $500,000.
You would think. I wonder how much contract is.
It's got to be easy $500,000 from his contract to win that title.
I'm just super happy for him, man. Super happy for him. Cooper, I don't really care about.
Yeah. Nobody likes Justin Cooper, apparently.
Except for his girlfriend and his
I'm
dog.
a fan of the guy, but I'll be honest with you, I was rooting for everybody else to beat him. Be straight with you.
Did you?
Nichols 100% deserved the whole way. I mean, it's either him or Christian Craig, and I don't really have any skin in the game there, but I was really, I was pushing for just about everybody but Justin Cooper to win that title. I don't know, I wasn't really vibing with him, which is silly because I have been the whole way, but didn't really, not really interested. So.
What did you think about? That first heat race move where Hunter pushed Cooper off the track, and I went, "Oh yeah, here we go, it's starting."
I fucking love that.
Oh, dude, I was like, "Fuck."
At home, though, I'm all about Heat 4-1, and watching that last night was electrifying. Him and his brother both.
Dude,
It's so fun. That's one of those moments. A lot of times, the last race of the season kind of gets overshadowed because as soon as it's over with, everything is out of sight, out of mind. Nobody even thinks about it, right?
Yep.
You almost always get a Dean Wilson winning the last round kind of thing. And what the Lawrence brothers did last night was historic. I don't know if it's ever happened where two brothers are on the podium at the same time, but to watch that was electrifying.
it totally was. So, do you think those guys go 1-2 outdoors in the 250 class?
No, I would like to see it, but I don't think that at all.
Oh, boy.
Let me guess, you're
When
on
it
that.
comes back to 250s, there's so many. Honestly, there are so many irons in the fire that could come out there and win a lot of things. Like you can't. I wouldn't be surprised if they win a couple motos and that's it. And that's saying something because I think that those are my two favorite guys in the shop right now. But straight up with you, I don't really keep going that way. I see a lot of guys, not including Christian Craig because he's up on the 450s, but you got a lot of guys that are in the mix for 250s for outdoors that could go and win a moto. I mean, shit, for both the Martin brothers, even like Star Racing could have one guy win a moto on each, one of each of the guys on the race team win a moto, and they win half the season.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Do you like how Sexton? Oh, hold on. We're gonna bring Moranz on too.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me call him.
Oh, did he text you and say he's done eating?
Yeah,
That's nice.
and he's got some limited time here, so we'll get him on.
Yeah, he's important now.
He's a big deal.
He is a big deal. He's a very big deal.
Oh, poor Tom's on hold now.
Oh, he's got that 450 rad for outdoors.
Yo, what up?
Yo, hold on a second. Let me merge in another call here.
while we're waiting for
We
them,
got-
I live on the lake in Michigan for the fans at home. And
Tom, we're not waiting
I'm the
anymore.
only person on the whole.
Tom?
I'm the only person on the whole lake that doesn't have a golf cart and a whole bunch of other shit. And I gave the neighbor boy a
Tom.
gas can with a fucking clock in it.
Tom, can you hear me?
No.
Tom, we're back on. And no one could
Fire
hear.
away.
No one could hear you before that because you get muted when I call someone else. Kev, welcome to the show, man. We got Tom Cooper on here, and Justin is in studio with me.
What's up, boys?
When he came back and I was talking, I was like, what the hell?
Oh, Tom, that was great, man. Holy shit.
Oh, I was trying to keep the fans going while we're on the phone.
I know. Sorry, I didn't say, hey, oh, by the way, you're going to be muted here
He
because
just jumped back into it. He's talking about the lake.
lake house and a golf cart. Oh,
like,
God. That was epic. Oh, man. Oh, anyway. So, Kev, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on here. I know you got some limited time, so we'll be quick. How is
Nope, you're all good. I appreciate it.
how is Salt Lake City treating you?
It was good. It was fun. Obviously, it was very, very hard to watch the Just East round,
Oh,
considering probably would have been like a fifth place ride for Kev.
yep.
But yeah, other than that, it was actually pretty fun. It was sweet to get on the Race Day Live and then do some interview stuff with Pulp and the Fly Radio Show live in person.
Were you
So, I made the best of it, I guess is the best way to put it.
Were you on Race Day Live again yesterday and I missed it? Did I sleep through that part?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think
No,
so.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough trying to get on there 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, but you did the Pulp pit show or whatever too. So
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
okay.
Did that again, so that was sweet. Yeah.
sweet, awesome.
Oh, show.
How was the race? How was the race in your eyes, man? Because we've been talking about
Oh, dude.
all sorts of shit.
Like, which one? Like, obviously, you're talking about the finale, probably, right?
Yeah, so let's start with the 250 class here. We were just talking actually with Tom that you had one guy won a title and it seemed like he won the Super Bowl, and you had another guy win a title and it seems like he won
No
the
one cared.
local A race and no one gave a shit.
Yeah, dude, honestly, if you want my honest opinion,
Yes,
Oh,
we,
dude,
that's
we're all
all we
about
want on
honesty.
this show.
yeah, the Lawrence brothers stole the show, 100%. Like, nobody even cared about the champions.
Well, that's a thing
Well, I
too.
mean, Hunter decided to ghost ride his bike after the finish, so.
Yeah, dude, it was epic. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the other two guys that won the championship, I mean, they came up the track and just rode over to the podium. Like, they didn't celebrate or anything hardly.
Kevin, if next time you win a race in the pros, you better do the biggest, baddest motherfucking parade lap ever. Because when we were kids, we would see Jimmy McGrath go out there and throw a parade lap, and he'd throw a neck, and everybody in the tennis remembers that. These guys,
Yeah, exactly.
"Okay, let's go home."
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, you're 100%.
Well, if I ever run a race again, I think first off I have to win one to start. You know what I mean?
Only matter of time, man.
Oh, Kev. Oh man, I love you, buddy. That was awesome. This section's gonna be great. Holy shit.
Kansas State Championship?
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh man.
The Kansas State Championship.
So are you still in Salt Lake, or did you fly back this morning?
No, I'm already back at home in good old Kansas.
Sweet. You going to go pick up that 450 there or what?
Yeah, it's kind of the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, buddy. Oh man, that means we gotta start planning. We gotta
Vlog
get you.
life?
We gotta get you over here.
Vlog life?
We gotta get you
Yeah,
over here. Get
exactly.
that 450 ready to go here. So.
Vlog life.
100%.
What did you think about that 450 class race last night? I mean, Kenny, we've talked about it. Dropped
dude.
anchor like
Daddy
a
Web.
madman.
Daddy Web.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was bad.
Bad.
But
Bad.
like, dude, what did you think about Sexton's run through the whoops around Cooper. Like, that was
Oh,
unreal.
Stu was in his head. Stu had a headset going, say, if you don't hit these fucking whoops fourth gear wide open, I'm beating your ass.
Yep. Yeah. It was, dude, he was fast in those whoops.
It was like a straightaway.
Oh, yeah. There was, I mean, the only other person that I saw hit the whoops
That
was Malcolm.
Yeah, and I mean, Jack kind of hit it like that a couple times too, but like, if the guys that were hitting it on all the way the right side were just getting right through them.
Yeah.
Everybody who went left was struggling.
Yeah, you're correct, too. In the 250 class, actually, both the Lawrence brothers looked pretty good in them, and everyone else just kind of looked normal. But you could definitely see the Lawrence brothers had. So let's just put it this way.
a Honda thing.
Hondas
It's a Honda
had
thing.
some shit figured out.
Dude, the Hondas had it figured out.
It's a Honda thing.
Because, yes, you are correct, dude. Sexton was flying through those bad boys. But then he also
Dropped anchor.
pulled that high fade, you know, so
Yeah, exactly.
we can't win for losing.
You know, I love Starling, and I'll never shit on him. But I think he did kind of screw Sexton a little bit.
Oh, really? You think
I don't
that?
know if they showed it. I don't know if they showed it on TV, but it looked like it just like he had to think too much about where Starling was going.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I
So it
didn't
looked
catch
like
that.
from in person at least.
Yeah, I guess I didn't catch that. Bro, how much, because you were there, obviously, and we weren't, how much of the stadium did they not use on the end where the starting gate was? Because I feel like from TV, it looked like there was a lot of stadium that we didn't use.
That whole side
42
was under
second lap.
construction because that wasn't there last year. Like if you go back and watch the races from last year, that side of the stadium wasn't there. So it's all new construction, so they weren't letting people go over there.
Oh, okay. So that was open then. That wasn't,
Like it wasn't. We couldn't even go over there if we wanted to.
Oh, okay. All right. I wondered what it was because it on TV, like they showed it a couple times and I could kind of see it where it was like there weren't any seats or anything there. And I was like, what the hell's going on with that? But then like it was super weird to me of like the tracks, like they had the starting gate, okay, and it came out, say 20, 30 feet. And then there was that little drop off thing that they built there. And then like that was as far as the track itself went. So I was like, why are we not using, the full stadium? Because I thought they could have, made the rhythm lanes another 10, 15 feet longer. You would have gone right in front of the start gate like normal. But, like, we didn't do that at either one. Like, I noticed it last week, and then I was like, well, whatever. The track seems smaller anyway because we come from Atlanta, which is the biggest track ever, to Salt Lake, which is whoa.
Somebody just did a
Smallest
burnout.
track.
Somebody just do a burnout around somebody? Tom, was that you?
Say what?
Who just did a burnout, all right? Somebody did a burnout. I heard it in the headphones.
We both did.
Kev, you doing burnouts in the van?
No.
Oh, man. Anyway.
No. My dad just started a tractor. That's probably what it was.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
All
is
right.
your van good now?
My van?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it still got the deer gave it a lick, and it's still, you can see where it gave it a lick. But other than that, we're rolling.
Privateer life, baby.
The deer gave it a lick.
Didn't you see that? He, like, hit a deer.
Exactly.
No, I heard it, but I didn't.
I didn't say, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, he hit a deer. And then I just
There's a video on my Instagram of me jumping on the hood with a piece of wood pried under it to try to get it undone.
I remember that. I remember watching that going, oh, boy. Oh, God. But yeah, anyway, back to the racing stuff. Yeah, I remember, I just thought that like the track could have been slightly bigger, and I don't know
Bigger
why.
and like, I don't know what it is, but I
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the Salt Lake dirt. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, dirt is dirt, but it's just, it sucks to try to like, the track turns into a goat line almost.
Okay.
Like there's one main line that a lot of the guys were taking.
Yep.
What it seemed like.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of.
I mean, I know that had a little bit to do with the way the track was built, but
yeah,
that's how I felt.
I don't know. So, silly season rumor mill stuff. Whoa. We've got a windstorm going here, so the shop's blowing away that we're sitting in here.
It's a tornado.
It's a tornado outside. Wild.
People are gonna be like, really?
Do you think we do more than 17 rounds next year, Kev?
I sure hope so.
I hope we do 20.
20? 25?
I hope it's 10 and 10. Honestly, I hope we send. I hope they have Wednesday races.
I think they're going to if they can.
Yeah.
They've been. I think. I mean, I don't. This is just kind of what I've heard through the grapevine a little bit, but I think they're debating on doing Saturday, Tuesday races. Not Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, but Saturday, Tuesday.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, that'd be all
That's
right.
so ideal.
But we're going outdoors, so that's the only thing that matters right now.
Oh boy, yeah. So
Yeah, whatever,
If you
Travis.
get more races in, you get a couple more weekends off. Each round,
Yeah.
Each 250 class, it's another round. So you would have 10 rounds to go beyond 250 and make something happen. If you're in the 250 class right now and you got eight or nine rounds, and you have one bad round, good luck catching up.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah. I've heard some things that they're gonna try to do like the midweek, which makes sense because think about the money they're gonna try to pull here. So they're gonna do a Saturday, Tuesday race with an amateur day on Sunday. At fucking
Exactly. Well, that's what they're thinking is doing Saturday Supercross, Sunday, Monday amateur, Tuesday Supercross. Like, dude, that's such a money grab.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I mean, I'm in all the way.
Michigan.
You're in?
I'm in,
You
dude.
doing amateur day?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we go into a couple rounds.
I mean, dude, they're probably gonna have it at Indy.
Travis, are you and Team Nami going to go and set up? And
Team
and-
Nami, yeah.
Who is Team Nami?
We're gonna get some Cinesalo gear from back in the.
I don't know who Team Nami is. I'm missing the reference.
Wow, this definitely went over. Sorry, Tom, that went over his head.
Yeah, I don't
Team
get it.
Nami all the way, bro.
Kevin, do you know who Team Nami is?
Negative.
Supercross the movie.
God dang it.
Supercross the movie with like Tyler.
Oh yeah, duh.
Team Nami.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin's
yeah.
like, oh, I got it. I know.
Wait,
I
you're
haven't
talking
seen that.
about, like Casey Carlisle and those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Travis
Oh,
just
yeah,
did his
that was like
his brand
my
new
favorite
250.
movies.
I'm still out.
Team Nami, bro. Look it up next. When we get done with this podcast, look it up. Team Nami.
Travis watches more movies than everybody I know. He's never seen Supercross the movie. What the fuck?
It's not really that great of a movie.
I heard it's terrible, so that was the reason why I haven't watched
It's kind of
it.
like Bennett's War, but it's Team Nami.
Oh my god.
I mean, there may not be some 450s on there that they have two-stroke noises over.
Yeah. Kev, you hear anything else good in the pits, man?
God bless.
We want the rumor mill, bro.
What?
You hear anything else good in the pits this weekend? Any good rumors? We want the rumor mill, bro. Bust it out.
TMZ now.
Dude, I haven't heard a whole lot of rumors when it comes to like teams or Supercross. Like, I haven't really been in the gossip mix, to be really honest. Unfortunately.
Well, look, bro. If you want this money to keep coming in from us, you're gonna need to get some of that going.
Look. Jesus Christ. Really?
We're
I don't know what I'm
blackmailing
gonna
you
get in
here.
trouble for saying to an extent, though, too.
Oh, come on. It's fine. Nobody listens to this show. We get like 200 views on YouTube. It's fine.
Just take one of those guys.
A little bit.
What'd you say?
Well, you've been in the race day live program a little bit now. Are you just? Do they hand you a mic and say, "Hey, sit in the chair," or do they show you like the truck and everything?
Do they show you the what and everything?
Like the production truck.
Oh,
What's your
no. Yeah,
experience with all racing stuff?
No, they just sit you in a chair pretty much. Because, like, we were up in the box offices, so, like, they have the stands and then they have, like, the suites, I guess. We were just up in one of those levels, and, yeah, they just had a chair, a small little TV right under the camera. And that, like, I literally watch what you guys watch, and I commentate off of it. Does that make sense?
That's awesome.
It's pretty hard to see in detail when you're up in the top spot, watching on the floor.
Yeah.
Were you
Oh no, we don't watch the floor. Like, they put like a TV in front of us, and literally what you guys are watching on TV is what we watch on TV, and we just commentate off of it.
Were you in the press
Yeah,
box
we
yesterday
don't watch
too?
it. I went up there, yeah, but I didn't get on to Race Day Live again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I knew that. I thought I saw a picture that you were up there. How does that work? Do you just like start flashing your credential?
Dude, I just literally don't even. I never flashed a credential. I just walked up in there like to own the place, and nobody questioned me.
That is what I like to hear. Oh man, I got to start doing this. I need to get a picture of the credential. I'll make one, and then I'll just walk around like.
Dude, you want to be honest? Oh, 100%. I'll probably get in trouble for this one. But
Perfect. Let's do it.
Say it.
whenever I get done with racing, I mean, not really. It's not that big a deal. But whenever I get done with racing, I will literally probably just grab somebody, like, see what a credential looks like. I'll take a photo of it, just print it off, laminate it onto like a hard card and just walk around like I own the place, and I guarantee you can get pretty much anywhere.
I'm in on this. I mean, what's the worst they're going to say? Who are you? And then you got to leave? Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, I heard...
Then you look at it and be like, you don't know who I am?
You don't know who I am, dude?
I heard
I'm Marvin Muscan.
I heard a story about people doing that back in the day. I don't remember how long ago it was that they literally did that. They like printed off some fucking...
Oh, no, though. You go to arena crosses back in the day.
Yeah.
They didn't, like, I remember being at a Buku arena cross,
Dude,
and Kelly Smith was getting, like, hassled. He was in gear, and the guy was like, you can't be up here, sir. He's like, do you not see that I'm in full... Do you think I just wear this around the fucking pits? He's like, oh, no, you can't be up here. You don't have your lanyard. He's like, what?
Huh.
Yeah, they are pretty anal about it sometimes, but like that's what I like. Oh, I would say 75% of the staff has no idea what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs. It's all the drugs.
So as long as you flash a card, they're not going to stop you and be like, oh, is that real?
Be like, dude, I'm Ricky Carmichael. What do you mean?
I don't understand what you're saying. It's fine.
I don't speak English.
Yeah. No, I speak the English.
Don't do that ever again.
It's fine.
Stop.
No one listens to this. It's not a big deal.
I know. The only people that listen to this are the people that are on it.
And my mom. My mom listened to our
Your
show
mom's
last
listening?
week.
What
Your
was
mom-
the after party like last night?
Oh, boy, Tom has a serious
What?
question.
After party?
What was the after party like?
Kevin
last
doesn't
night?
party.
The night after
Dude,
championship
I didn't-
is always a wild one.
Yeah, well, I went over to I was like, I witnessed
boy.
when you probably saw those videos of like Cooper and Nichols burning out together and stuff like that. Like that was pretty cool. But like I left right after that because I flew out. I had to get up at like 5:30 in the morning.
Kevin
Because I
doesn't
flew out so
party.
early.
Kevin doesn't party. He's
Kevin is a nice, responsible boy.
yeah, he's
there,
a nice,
Tom.
respectful young man. He doesn't
Okay.
party.
He didn't go to the strip clubs and everything with
Yeah, he
everybody,
does.
all right?
He's got better things to do.
That monster party with the orgies
See,
and
like
the
if
cocaine.
I won the championship,
All the cocaine.
I would 100% go out. But like I don't feel like I deserve it yet.
Okay, well, this is
fair.
I like the attitude.
Kev gets a podium though.
Kev gets a podium.
It's
if we're
on.
around.
It's
Kev gets
on.
the podium. He's going out.
It's fucking on.
I still love the
Kev
fact that
gets a
Kev
podium.
talks about
We're all
himself in the
going
third
out.
person.
Bro, Kev gets a podium at a race we're at.
Oh
The
Jesus!
American Express is going down on the bar, and we're drinking
the whole night. The whole night
The
away.
whole night.
The whole night away.
Oh, man, it's going to be
Kev
awesome.
won't remember that podium the next day.
No, Kev won't be able to stand up and say podium the next day. It'll be awesome.
How terrible would that be to not remember your first podium?
No, it'd be fucking epic.
Be great.
That would be a great story. But
Jeff
that would be
Emick
sad
all
as
day
hell.
long.
Oh, man.
I don't think Fro remembered a lot of his podiums.
That's fine. He had many, so.
Everybody's fucking awesome. That guy's great. And so is what's the video from back then? With Lope Dog and Meg and those guys.
At Havasu, probably.
Fresno Smooth. Oh yeah.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Fresno Smooth.
Oh, man. Here we go. All right. Well, Kev, you got any other podcasts lined up this week?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I need to get on top of that, but my heart and soul is with the Moto Aftermath Show. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Wow, that's
Did you
a
hear that
suck up.
gargling noise in the
Yeah, that
background?
was some sucking up, dude. God, how much did you up it? Did you up the sponsorship money? Because Jesus,
I don't remember doing that,
Yeah,
but maybe.
like, did he get your credit card number? Or?
Oh, wait. You know what? It's the second. The payment just went through, so
Oh
we're...
yeah, there it is. There it is. I was about to say.
You're right.
Wow, he's just on pulp. I mean,
Oh, shit.
we don't even go to the races.
No, we don't go to the races.
We don't even go to the races.
We should not be talking about
Yeah,
it.
we
We
fucking
need to talk
suck.
about something. So you guys want to talk about politics or what?
No.
So Mr. Moran, what's
Jesus.
the next few weeks before the outdoor season looking like for you?
Back on the
Like,
show.
how long is it
So-
cleared to ride?
It's a good thing Tom's here to bring everything
Pretty
together.
pretty much for me right now. That's why I didn't race the last two, just because I could have probably got away with the ribs and the lung situation. It would have hurt really bad if I would have hit the ground again with my ribs. But my biggest reason why I didn't race is just because my shoulder didn't feel 100% yet. So if everything goes good, we'll be round 1, round 2 of outdoors. But we just got to make sure that the shoulder kind of comes together properly.
Cool.
On a team or
Are you doing testing for Pride Outdoors? Or are you just kind of picking the bars you usually run, putting your sponsored tires and clutching and that kind of crap on and racing to otherwise stop the fight?
I'm probably going to be doing 450, so I'll probably be on more or less a stock bike.
On a team?
It'll
or-
have a recluse clutch and an FMF pipe on it.
Oh, never mind. No team. Damn.
Unless Tom wants to mod it, which I don't know. I don't know if he'll want to or what we can do or if it's even worth it or what. I don't know. We'll figure it out though.
Where goes your suspension?
Decker Performance in Missouri, so Race Tech / Decker Performance.
Nice.
Sweet.
Are you still on board with what was it, Bike Graphics or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm dropping the ball on that one. I got to get that to you.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, because I'm in the process of ordering some P-Dub graphics for my kid's bike right now from them because they actually make them. So, yeah.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah, and because you wanted to get some more of those little thank you things, don't you?
Yes, I want those stickers too.
Well, in fact, everybody who's a part of said Patreon at a certain level is going to be getting a new package somewhat like that. So if you're not a part of it, you should join it. To everybody not talking about.
Big ass.
I love
Shameless
it.
plug. I love it.
I like that plug, bro. That was smooth.
I just fucking love it.
He smoothly went into that too. He's like, "Hey, by the way, those stickers that you got last time."
Every time he's like, Patreon? If you're not a part of Patreon, you should go get on the Patreon. Patreon?
Bro, look, we got to get our boys some money, okay? I can only shell out so much a month.
I know.
I got a family. I got a bunch of motorcycles. I can only afford so much, okay?
I wish I had more money to do it. I told him, man, he gets...
And if you join it, you get all the content and the crazy wrecks and the crazy action.
The content's
that you can't
good.
see if you're not a part of it.
Exactly.
I want to try to figure out a bonus thing for Kev, from me through you to pay to him for outdoors. But I want to try to figure out if it's going to be position based or qualifying based.
You got a PayPal?
No, I'll just give you the money and you just PayPal
Let's do
through.
position based, please.
Not qualifying.
This is getting better and better.
Have you seen my qualifying times in the last 2 years?
That's true. Never. Well, you're on the 450 now.
I will. You're right, but I'll qualify 38th and I'll end up 18th.
Bingo.
Should we do top 10, top 15?
Look, when I was paying that way, I was paying top 20 bonuses per moto or whatever.
Yeah, top 20 is that's in the points. That's pretty legit.
Kevin's like, dude, just bare minimum top. You know what? I'm trying to make you strive for greatness, Kev.
Oh, God. Hey, strive for greatness. Here's $10.
Hey, you talking Supercross next year? We talk top 10s, top 15s, whatever. We're talking 450 class. We're talking top 5s if we're 250 class.
I was talking about outdoors.
Is another animal.
I was talking about outdoors this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Kev, just strive for greatness.
We can get those lower numbers in Supercross.
Strive for greatness, $10 bonus if you get it.
That is not what I was talking about. I was talking about a decent amount of money. Shut up.
Yeah, don't let Justin kid you. Okay, this dude's over here owning pizza places and shit.
Bro, I just told you
he makes a lot of money.
Look, I also told you. Have you contacted BC.Pizza yet?
We have not communicated about our budget for that one. Okay.
Okay. Well, figure it out and get back to me.
I need a budget so I can tell him a budget when I text him.
Oh God. Anyways.
So how does Kevin get on this program if you guys are talking to BC.Pizza?
Well, see, so here's the thing. So, okay. Kev, so here's the thing.
Kev's like, this is bullshit.
I'm pretty sure Kev's going to probably put up some better results and some better marketing than him.
Well,
that is very true.
So here is the funny thing we were doing. The Bobby P thing we were talking about last week was a one race deal at Redbud because it would be a local, so we could do all the stuff we need to do with it. But so his last name is BC.Pizza, right? So everybody calls him Bobby Pizza, at least around here. So Justin works for a pizza company. So the idea was we were going to, cover some of his expenses for Redbud. We were going to get him canvas gear because their logo is a fucking Pizza Patrol officer, dude. So we were going to literally get the gear printed so he looked like the fucking the guy on the logo and then get his jersey printed as pizza on the back instead of Piazza and do like this whole like spoof thing about him being the fucking Pizza Patrol guy or whatever because his name was Bobby Pizza. So that was what we were talking about doing with it.
I do like this idea.
Yes.
I do like this idea.
Sorry that your name is not... If you change your last name, if you go down and change it legally to Pizza, we can talk about this program here, okay? But we're trying to spread the love around a little bit, and this spoof thing seemed real funny to us last week when we were doing the show. So...
I'm still on board for it.
That's where
I
we're at.
respect that. I respect that.
But Justin seems like he wants to get on board for some moto bonuses
I
here.
want to help out, Kev.
So,
I like that.
but hey, tell him fuck you, pay me.
I appreciate that.
What the fuck?
Tell him you want $200 for top 20.
I'll give him $200 for a top 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that! There we
I'm all
are.
about it.
Overall or per moto?
That I have to figure it out. Maybe overall.
Oh, now we're backing down a little bit.
No, we're not.
We did per moto last time.
We did do per moto.
Are you
last
on the
time.
$200 per moto?
I pay him monthly now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Whether he's racing or not, I pay him monthly now. So, yes, my situation changed. I was paying a rate plus per moto last year.
Oh,
Now my rate has changed. Sorry, Kev, if you didn't want me to blow that out on the air, but
it's not like
It's-
it's not like
No.
you. Say,
I'm not giving specific numbers. I'm just saying
You didn't
this
say numbers.
was how I was paying him. Was
say numbers.
was that way last year.
Yeah.
There was a base and then a per moto bonus per. I think we were top 20, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were top 20 outdoors, and we were if he made the main Supercross deal. So, if he
Yeah.
made the main, I'm glad I'm off that program because this year I'd have been like, bro, okay.
Calm the fuck down.
Before it was like maybe you wouldn't make a couple, save me a couple bucks a couple weeks. Now it's like, no, he's making every main, so I'm out. I'm just gonna pay my flat rate and be out on this.
We should do a top 10 bonus.
Yeah. You like it a lot. You probably like it a little bit better now, huh?
It's very
You know
easy
exactly
for
what
me.
you're getting in for.
It's very easy for me.
Yes.
We should do a top 10
That's
between
why
us
I
both.
created the program. Have a little bit more consistency.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. So, all right, man. I know you said you had things to do, and we're just blundering through BS now. So we appreciate you coming on. Again, make sure to check out Kevin's Patreon. You can go to moranzracing.com, right? Is that the right website? Every time I ask
Jesus.
this.
KevinMoranz.com.
KevinMoranz.com.
Join Moranz Racing tab. You can join any tier. Any tier gets you a signed poster shipped straight to you. You get included in all the exclusive content at Moranz Racing on Instagram, and then you get a bunch of cool perks and giveaways and a bunch of cool stuff like that. So go check it out.
See, Travis, if you were a real sponsor, you'd remember that and you'd write this down so you don't forget.
Look, man, I already got a sheet full of shit I got to say at the beginning of
You
the
don't
show.
even say that shit right either, too.
Shut up. We get through it. I don't forget anything, okay? And now I got to add to it because we got another sponsor.
Great season for you, bud. That 8.5 machine is really looking good this year. It made us real happy to see so much TV time and so much progression to where you're making 450 mains all of a sudden. That's,
Bro, we were all
Yeah.
It's going to be
TV.
better outdoors.
Way to go.
I appreciate that.
It's better outdoors.
Thank you.
But yes, congratulations on a great season, bud. Go get
You're such an asshole.
Keep it going.
go get your stuff done. I'm expecting whole shots for outdoors.
And
Justin,
even
Great.
more
I
so, we're
agree.
expecting a celebration party at the end of the season, too. So you got to make some noise.
We do a first lap
I
bonus.
bet.
so. All right, thanks,
Ooh,
buddy.
I do like this idea.
Oh
All right,
God.
sounds good. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, man, I'll call you tomorrow. All right, bye.
All righty. Bye.
All right, Kevin Moranz, everyone. We're really good at this whole podcast thing, aren't we?
We're different than everybody else, so that's all that matters.
Yes, 100%. Tom, I'm glad you were there to bring some actual content instead of us just dicking around with a buddy.
Keeping it real.
Oh, what do you think the vlogs are going to be like? They're going to be even better.
Oh, the vlogs are going to be
I'm looking
awesome.
forward to the Redbud vlog.
Yes.
Or leading up to the Redbud vlog.
Yes. So, did I tell you boys I rode the other day?
I already knew you rode last week.
Well,
Did you pump up again after 2 laps?
kind of.
Oh, okay.
So I rode 2 10s the other day out here with the kid from down the street. He showed up Tuesday and rode by himself here. Like I was out there, like we
Yeah.
were all outside, but I wasn't riding. I had stuff to do. And then Wednesday he came down and we rode 2 10s. I think he rode like 3 or 4. I don't know. He rode a lot, but he's a kid, so whatever. The first one,
3 minutes?
No. I went 10.
Oh, okay.
I did go 10 both times. The first one, I think he only lapped me 3 times, and my max heart rate was 189. The second one, I think he only got me twice, and my max heart rate was only 179.
He lapped you 3 times in 10 minutes.
Progress, not perfection.
Like how I didn't say anything,
Did
and
you
then
stop for a
then
sandwich
Tom
and
just
a nap
comes
on
in.
the way, or what?
Tom just comes in and like, you
I told
fucking
Tom this
suck.
last night. Tom's like, dude, just go ride. Quit fucking worrying about everything else. I'm
I've
working.
never heard anybody call practicing, just going riding in the neighbor's house or whatever, calling it doing it motos. I've never heard it my whole life. So it caught me off guard a little bit.
It wasn't the neighbor's house. It was at my house.
That was Tom's.
Here's my heart rate. Never even crossed my mind.
That was Tom's polite way of saying you suck.
I do suck. No one's saying I don't suck. Bro, I got lapped.
I'm not here to give you a bunch of shit. You're funny.
I got lapped by a kid on a 125 multiple times.
He probably rides more than you do.
He rides a lot more than me.
There you go.
A lot more than me.
That's
Whatever. I'm just out there cruising around. It felt good to ride, though. I'm going to ride a couple times this week here. So hopefully I get the kids' bike this week, and I'm gonna go to Ziegler on Saturday, I think. I'm excited we got a few weeks off here to do some riding on the weekends.
Did they water that track?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, we really only have like a week, and then we got to do the outdoor preview.
Well, what I mean is I don't have races to watch.
Oh, yeah, you only have 3 weeks of that, and then we're back into
That's
outdoors.
fine.
And I'm so looking forward to it.
Outdoors is going to be different this year for me.
Over Supercross.
Watching it live is probably not going to be as much of a thing for me this year.
Why is that?
Because I want to go ride.
Oh, so you just watch it
Yeah,
later?
let's go next weekend to Scottsdale, Arizona.
No.
What the going to Barrett Jackson or something?
For being a pussy.
If you saw the amount of shit I have seen at my shop right now, I cannot go to Arizona right now.
It'll be fine.
Tom texted me
Yeah,
like
me too,
2 weeks
man.
before he wants to go somewhere. He's like, "Hey man, you want to go for a weekend?" And I'm like, "Bro, no."
Dude, you should have seen him back.
I gotta
in the,
know
quit being a pussy.
I gotta know 6 months in advance. All right.
You should have seen this like 10 years ago, man, when he was working for Verb and I was traveling all the time.
Oh, God.
He'd be like, "Hey, man, you going to a national? It's the day before we have to leave. You want to go?" And I'm like, "What the hell?" I remember being
I'm about that life. I'm trying to live.
Tom's a gypsy, bro.
I remember being at a
Caught
race.
up in having plans, and it wrecks her for a lot of shit. Because being spontaneous is where the action's at.
I remember being at a race, and I think this was before High Point, and he calls me up while I'm at this race, and he's like, "Bro, you want to go to High Point?" And I'm like, "Tom, I'm already at a race." I'd be like, if I'd have known, I'd have gone.
I mean, back in the day, like mid-20s or whatever,
Yeah, this was
I would
10 years ago.
have
No.
been all over it with him.
Actually, this would have been longer than 10 years ago. This would have been back 2008 or 9.
At the age of 32 with a business and a kid, it's not as much of a thing for me anymore. I got to know in advance and fucking plan to schedule fucking people
You've
around it.
never done it before, so you're not good at it. You just got to do it.
What are you talking about? I used to do shit like this all the time.
No, I think he's talking about like going
Maybe.
like races. Not like other shit.
Are you talking about
Go-
going to races or are you talking
go
about the
do it.
spontaneous thing?
Both. It's hand in hand.
I mean, the spontaneous thing, like I said, I used to just get up and do shit all the time. Yes. In my mid 20s, but again, you're talking no business, no family. Like it's much easier to do shit then. Now it's much more difficult.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, I'm gonna be real honest with you.
pull that off.
I wish I could. I just wish I could get paid to go to the races in any capacity.
I mean, we're working on it.
I don't even really like.
If you can go to the race for $40, we make $40 a month on YouTube
Really?
Yeah.
What doing what?
just with our stuff.
No, I mean like, what would I have to do at the races?
I don't know.
I was about to say, man, I'm not going to a fucking local race.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I would go to a local race right now, and I wouldn't know anyone there.
Yeah, duh. Me neither.
Like, I have no desire to
I
ever
kind
go
of
to.
like that.
What's up?
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I've been to a local race. It's just weird because, and you know this, Tom, like, we went to the races for so many years, and you go there, and, like, the moment you roll onto the property, no matter where it is, you already see 10 people you know. And, like, I got used to that, and I've used this analogy for a while. I think that, like, for a long time, there was a group of guys, and I say so much more in Michigan, there was a group of kids that were just, like, riding in their backyard, going to practice tracks or whatever, and then that group of kids that were, I would say, in air quotes, fast or, like, amateur, like, going to amateur nationals or privateers, when they all decided, oh, hey, we have families, or, oh, we're going to college, or we're done riding, I feel like the moment that they walked away, all these fucking kids that were riding in their backyard all of a sudden decided to start going to local races around here. Because last time I was at a local race, I didn't know anyone there. I didn't know the names. I didn't know anyone, and that's just why I have no desire to show up to a local race anymore for any reason.
There might be some guys going back now because they have kids.
You just meet new people every time you go.
Justin's an introvert. He doesn't want to meet anybody.
Going off of what you just said, there's something beautiful. So where I'm from is southeast Michigan, and my specific town, there was a handful of us guys that grew up together and rode together, and most of us went on pretty far with the careers. And like even so, the very next town over, like Chris Fillmore, the factory KTM guys from that town, there was a little hotbed of guys. We all grew up racing and just we would literally practice every single day, never even failed. And there was so much competition, local competition like that it became kind of a hotbed because there's a whole bunch of guys in our area that would come and practice with us. Even still today, there are a lot of guys right around the corner from here that are really good, and it kind of created its own hotbed. Well, now, as of right now, I've never seen so many people with brand new bikes in my whole life than I have right now. The last year or so, tons of people have new bikes, and tons of people have bikes in general. So I'm looking to see if that kind of wave comes again, because now there's a lot of people riding. It's just a matter of time, right?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I think this industry is booming right now. It's hard because like I feel like the talent level, and you talking about, and I obviously know the certain guys that you're talking about. I feel like the talent level nowadays, especially in Michigan, it's not like it used to be. Like me and Matt Wyman always bitch about this because like when I was working on his bikes, like we'd go to an amateur national, we'd go to regional, and he'd be in the B class, and he's got to race Barsha and Malcolm and Regal and Sonny D and Alex Hindle and Ricky Winters and so on and so forth, Corman. And it's like, dude, now you go to a local race and like the kid who's winning the B class, and this is no disrespect to them, not everybody can be fast. The kid who's winning the B class probably couldn't even qualify for Loretta's. You know, I know that there's a certain group of kids right now, especially on the east side of the state, that there's a few, you know, I know like Christopher Blackmer. He's fast. He's very fast. You know, Mark Phineas, he's fast. But for the most part, there's not a lot of talent left in Michigan as far as being nationally known. And it's just weird because, like, you go to the races 10, 15 years ago and be like, holy shit, like, any of these kids could go win a national championship. And now it's like none of these kids could win a national championship. So it's just, I don't know. It's different, man. It's different.
But don't you think that's just like part of the times here? Because everyone's gotten to the, I got to go to these facilities.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look at right here. We have that Supercross track I found.
Yeah.
5 minutes from my house, right?
Yep.
That kid does not ride in Michigan anymore.
You're talking about Schuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He rides a facility down south.
No. Yep.
I mean, so these kids from Michigan might exist, but they just go to facility.
Oh yeah, no. I know it, and there's a lot more that goes into it. I just, and Tom,
that was a good point.
You went to Baja back in the day, and you had T.J. Otten, you had Corey Slavic, you had Doney, you had Dano, you had Alex Hotchkiss, you had Eric Montrell, you had all these kids, and it's like you wouldn't be able to find kids like that nowadays. Like you wouldn't.
But don't you feel like they're just at the facilities and
There
not
was
at the
like
local
full
races?
gates of that too.
What's that, Tom?
The depth was so deep. There was like full gates of that kind of.
Well, no,
talent, too.
Travis. To your
really
point,
pushed it.
to your point, Travis. No disrespect to some of these kids, but the names that I just named back in the day in their prime, and I say prime because a lot of these guys, they're all our age or older.
Yeah.
The kids nowadays wouldn't hold a candle to these kids or those dudes back in the day. Like the fastest kid now, if he were to go try to race Dano Alzebrook back in Dano's prime, and Tom can back me up on this, Dano would put the beat down on him without even trying. And that's not me pumping up Dano because exactly, and because I love Dano, but like, or Corey Slavic for that example, they wouldn't even be close. And like I said, that's no disrespect to these kids now, but my point is just the talent level is not the same. Those kids now wouldn't even be able to keep them within a minute. Like they would just get smoked. So I don't know. It is a sign of the times, but it also just speaks to the talent level that was back then. Hell, fucking even Thomas Templeton is another kid that comes to mind. That kid was insanely fast in the sand.
Oh yeah, I just saw him.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
I don't remember. In all honesty.
Oh,
Wild ride
Jesus,
right now, boys.
Jesus Christ! Now I just seen him. I was doing. I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you guys this question here, since we've kind of moved past, we've covered all the racing and everything here, and we're into some other stuff. So let me ask you this here. I have been looking at starting a media company per se. Okay?
Ooh, this is news to me.
Okay. This has been very high on my mind. This has been what? Not.
Did you just say casting?
No,
okay,
not that kind of media.
Not that kind of.
We're not about that life.
Although,
remember the whole I have a kid and a family now.
Although I know. Never mind.
Just kidding.
Anyway,
I wasn't.
do you guys think there would be any interest in having a local media company that goes around to these tracks and either A, does a live stream broadcast of the races, or B, films all the races from a third person point of view, much like you would get, a TV race broadcast, and puts together a somewhat TV race broadcast of, say, let's just say District 14.
Yeah.
Okay, since that's the district we're in.
Yep.
Whatever, and I've thought about this not just with motocross. I've thought, okay, what if you go to 131 Motorsports Park and you do drag racing and you
or
do circle
or-
track racing and you do all of these events that are in the local area, and you do a YouTube channel. You have what you call a media house, whatever. You do a YouTube channel and you have coverage of all of these events, especially in the times nowadays where not everyone's going everywhere because of all sorts of different things that we won't mention on here. Gay.
Big C19.
And we just got banned. Anyway, but what are your guys' thoughts on something like that?
Well, I would let Tom go first, considering he worked
what
for
you
a
just
company
mentioned
that
to me
did that.
doesn't sound like a business proposal. It sounds like someone that wants to go and do it at a racetrack that's not going to make any money.
No, I'm not talking about me doing it. This would be a full-blown separate company from my. I don't have time to do anything like this. This would be a full-blown separate company from myself. Like, I want the media company in the fact of I want to be able to do all the media that I want to do around the things that I'm doing. But I'm just thinking, how can I expand this out?
What happens if this media company starts making more money than your other company?
Great, perfect, awesome.
So would you?
I would
My
love
point
it.
is, where is the business in this? Who is going to be paying for your service? Because if it's going to be the racetrack, you're not going to make any money.
I don't know that the
people that are
racetrack.
there.
I don't know that the racetrack would pay. But if you could build enough of a following,
Richie sure as shit wouldn't.
if you could build enough of a following, which I think you could, if you were doing this, okay? Because I know there's plenty of guys, as much fun as you're going to make, myself included, who I haven't gone to a race this year for a local race. I didn't go to any last year, I don't think. So I'm always super interested to see, like, how fast are these guys that I'm about to go race against? Like, am I really going to look that fucking dumb? Is it, is anybody that I know racing still? All sorts of stuff like that. I don't know.
You're trying to do this to make money, or are you just trying to do it as like a hobby?
I want it to make money. I want it to be self-sufficient.
Where I'm going with this is there's not a business case to doing this right now. Yeah, it would be cool to have video of it, but the amount of equipment and manpower that goes into a production, even a little local race one where you have one or two guys in the camera and you're just covering. You got one guy on the mic or whatever, and you're just covering some of the races. Like, just to do that is a significant operation. It's not like you send Johnny with your VHS, camcorder out there. It's a big deal. So to have that be something that not only pays for itself, but to make money on it, you're not really going to be into a whole lot of money unless you got some kind of wicked niche with it where you got a sponsor paying a shitload of money or something. It's not really a business thing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just look at stuff like, okay, you look at Red Bull Media House, okay?
Jesus, yeah.
I mean, that
juggernaut.
They make money separate from Red Bull. Red Bull sponsors some of the events that they do, but that is a completely separate enterprise from Red Bull. But again, I like it because Red Bull can pull from them to do media for them. So this is where I get into this, is like, look, I already want to bring someone in for media because I don't do enough of it myself. I mean, and obviously we do the show, and I struggle with even getting the show out because I'm busy with doing other stuff. But it's like, I would like to have a media company that can do all that stuff, that I can go, okay, cool, let's try this idea. Let's go get some sponsors. Let's build let's build a channel, and we'll go from there. And then we can build some sponsorship into it with people, where you can take them a catalog and say, hey, I don't know, let's just throw a company out there, which is completely out there. But let's just say I go to Red Lobster and I say, hey, man, I have this channel. I put out this many videos on it. It gets this many views. We cover this, and this all in the local area. And, if you sponsor us, we will blanket you across all these different videos to all these different genres that we're hitting, type deal. I don't know. It's an idea I've had, And like I said, I've been listening to a lot of different stuff about the Red Bull Media House and how they kind of do things. And I've been kind of trying to piece this together in my mind to figure out a way to make it work. Because I just think in today's day and age, with so much stuff being online, and I've gone on rants and rants about this of how we don't get the content we deserve from like the Supercross and Motocross promoters and how they're really dropping the fucking ball on that. It's like this could stem down even into a local level. You could literally, it could come down even into a local level. And it wouldn't have to be big time either. As I've talked to Justin a little bit and Cole, we here have to change our ideas. Instead of trying to go out and find a sponsor that's going to pay us $60,000 to fucking, support the show, why can we not find 60 different people that would spend $1,000? That's much easier. So if you go on this channel, okay, say this channel, again, like I said, covers District 14. So you're basically Michigan. Are they Michigan, Indiana, Illinois?
No, it's just Michigan. District 15 is Indiana.
Okay. So you go District 14, covers Michigan. How many local Michigan companies could you go to and say, hey, I'm going to put this in front of X amount of people. It's going to, whatever. If you want to sponsor it and be on the broadcast for whatever, we need $1,500, $2,000. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm just spitballing here.
I think your biggest issue with that would be is more so how much money you're going to pay the track owners, because the track owners would be real dickheads about it. They would want a cut of it, and it wouldn't be cheap. Because like I don't go to local races anymore, but like I remember back in the day when we would do our trailer at like Redbud, and the money that it costs just to have a trailer there to sell shit.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about broadcasting the race, and yes,
are you talking like national weekend though?
No, even just local events.
Yeah.
Like the cut that they get from your percent, like how much money you make. I don't know how much, because now, even though it benefits them a little bit more because now you're just promoting their race, you're not really trying to sell shit.
Yeah.
But still, we know how track promoters are nowadays. Like they're always trying to look for that huge cut.
Yeah.
And that's why I think a lot of sponsorships have gone down over the years, because these track promoters want so much money. And it's justified. Like I get it. But like I think that'd be your biggest issue where it'd be hard to make money is like, how much cut are they going to want?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
Travis, I like the concept of the content, but I hate the business idea. The concept sounds good though. Having a feed of yourself racing or whatever is always fun to watch, right? But
I think
side of it doesn't matter to me.
I think more of if you're talking about a media, talking about Red Bull Media House, or even like the way Monster Energy does stuff, I think it would be you'd make more money doing like cool concepts. Like look at the shit that Monster does with their athlete side of things.
Yeah.
Like what's the recent video it's not recent, it's a couple months old, that they did with Kyle Busch where they like rented out the fucking bridge that goes over Florida.
Oh yeah.
Like I know that cost a lot of money, but dude, that concept, and I'm not a NASCAR guy at all. I hate NASCAR. Mm-hmm. That was one of the coolest fucking videos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or anything with Jim Cana, or anytime they do anything with their snowboard guys.
Yep.
Anything that they. So I think if you were to do a media thing, it would be more of the concepts. If you're trying to do just motocross, like coming up.
I'm not trying to just do motocross.
Yeah.
I'm trying to span a whole bunch of
Like,
shit.
remember a couple years ago when we were talking about trying to do something, getting a group of guys and then getting drones to go over Buck's house? And then like shit like that.
Yeah.
That you would be.
Oh man, that place is so awesome.
That would be more making money off of that, because I almost feel like nowadays, and we talked about this, people's attention span when it comes to YouTube. They like quick shit. You give them like a 10, 15-minute video of some cool shit, like quick cuts, whatever. Dude, that's how these guys make. I mean, that's how Monster makes all their shit. That's how Ken Block made all of his money.
And maybe that's how it starts.
Yeah.
Maybe that starts, you build an audience and a following doing quick cuts of shit at events locally, and you then process out to filming the full event of whatever the fuck it is we're doing. I don't know. Like I said, it's an idea I've had. It's an idea I'm tossing around in my head. I'm cursed with this. Every time I come up with I want to do something, I have to think of how it can make money. I know I don't do anything for fun anymore.
Well, it's hard. We're not young. We're not kids anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's cool when you're in your early 20s, but we're in our 30s. It's like that's not. I think it's a cool concept, and I agree with Tom. I think that there is a place for it. I just think the whole streaming. I think 10 years ago, that would have been a moneymaker. Now, because there's so many ways to get the race out there, not locally, but like that's the thing. Also, it comes back to what we just our other conversation. If there's no real good talent, like I don't think anybody really gives a shit.
I mean, if the racing's good, the racing's good. It doesn't matter what the talent is. I can put P-Dub kids on TV. If the racing's fucking close, people are gonna love it.
I mean, it depends. Well, now you're talking about people on YouTube though, and like people on YouTube are fucking stupid.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I think there's something for it, but I think it'd just have to be a different approach. I think it could make money.
To me, the business part of it seems like you're trying to take the place of like the trackside photo guys.
Sure.
So to say, with video instead.
Yeah.
On a full TV broadcast budget, basically.
Like there was a guy out of Florida that used to do this. I think it was I don't know if he's still around. I think it was called Road and Dirt Productions.
Okay.
He used to do that kind of shit. Like he'd go to all like the Winter Ams of the Gold Cup series and Minios, and he also had his own videos and personal videos, but he would do a lot of he would film the events. And it wouldn't be a live stream, it'd be like a day later because obviously we're talking 15 years ago, so technology wasn't as good. But like he used to do that kind of shit. I don't know. I think it's hard because nowadays there's so many ways to get content out there, but I definitely think that there's a new wave of stuff video wise coming from just the motocross side. I don't know about the other stuff you're talking about, but the motocross side, there's a new wave and new ideas that how people are doing shit.
Yeah.
And like we talked about with Steven Nienberg and Tyler Monahan and Donzie D'Ambrosi, all these different people, they're proving that. Like, people don't want the traditional shit of we're just watching a dude who's really, really fast.
Yeah.
You know? And Verb Moto Wes and all those guys kind of broke the mold on this. Like, just go back and watch their video. Their videos from now are really good. And I don't know about you, Tom. I don't know if you've watched any of their videos lately, but I still think their old videos, like their platinum videos, were some of the best I've ever seen. But, like, they broke
so much style.
What's that?
So much style.
Yeah. They broke the mold. Like, you just want a way to do videos, go watch the stuff that Verb put out. Like, it's some of the best shit you'll ever see. And that includes Red Bull Media House and Monster Energy.
It's pretty amazing that there's a handful of guys through the changes of the technology, right? So Troy Adamitis with the
love him, by the way,
stuff, and Wes with all the amateur stuff, and a few more of those guys. There's just a handful of guys in motocross history that have been big staples in the media. Simon Cudby's another one, Carson Mylan's another one. Like those guys, there's just a handful of them, and each of them have such an imprint on what we've really seen out of our sport that it's amazing to watch.
Yep.
Now, the way that everything's changing now to have all the fucking cameras on everything and like 360 view cameras, like all that stuff's really cool, but it's going to be really interesting to see how it continues to evolve. Because it's come so far.
I still think the coolest video I've ever seen is the heli shoot that Wes did with Malcolm at their house at the Stewart compound when he was still on Kawasaki's. Still think that's the coolest video. If you ever get a chance, Travis, you should watch that video. I still think it's the coolest video I've ever seen. Because they were doing heli shoots before anybody really was.
Yeah.
And there was just this one section where he's going through the rollers, the famous rollers at Stu's compound.
Yeah.
It's still one of the most crisp shots I've ever seen.
Interesting.
And I don't know what Wes and those guys did. It's second to none in my opinion.
Interesting. But okay, so we beat that.
While we're on the subject of Stewarts, I wanted to mention that what the sport needs now is James Stewart in the booth.
Oh, God.
What's up? What?
He said what the sport needs now is Stu in the booth.
Dude, I miss when he was doing those freaking update things last year.
Yeah, I did miss those.
Like, I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if he wanted too much money, like they didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know, but I thought those were cool. Because, like, we've never really heard a breakdown from James because, like, you know, he's widely regarded as one of, if not the most talented dude to ever throw a leg over a dirt bike. And he can just explain things to people that most can't. And I just thought those breakdowns are pretty cool because we never got it from James.
No.
He never did that shit when he was racing. He never wanted to be in the public eye, even though he was all the time.
Yep. So another thing this week that I saw here, I've only got like a couple more here. Tom, are you busy? Do you need to go, man? We cold called you. Now you've been on for like an hour.
I'm still with you.
Okay.
I'm still working otherwise.
I don't know if you guys saw this. Todd DeHoop walked
I did see
out
that.
of the hospital the other day.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
Fucking
Amazing.
incredible.
I did see that. That was awesome.
I don't know what has happened in the last couple of weeks here,
He's
but
a fucking animal.
That was fucking insane.
He's tied to hoop. He's a fucking animal. He eats
When I saw that, I could not believe what I was watching.
I could not either.
He eats concrete for breakfast.
I text Coach Rob. I was like, your guy just walked out of the hospital. And he's like, dude, I know. It was amazing. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what happened. I'm going to have to try to get a hold of him on social and see if I can get him on the show to talk about what happened and the recovery and stuff. But yeah, that was fucking amazing to see that.
Yeah.
That goes to show once again that I tell the same kids, so especially like when I got out of racing and got into hockey and things, I tell kids all the time, when you get hurt, every single time the doctor wants to rush to tell you, you're never going to walk again. Oh, you're going to be retired the rest of your life, whatever. They throw all that worst case scenario stuff at you. And it's the worst thing that they can do because it takes the hope out of you and it puts the already losing into you. So to kind of spark you to want to fight for it. Well, I think that's totally back-asswards. And here's another example where the damn guy should never have been able to roll over again. And here he is walking out of rehab. That's amazing.
Yep.
They told him
5 weeks later or whatever.
They told Weeks he'd never walk again. And look at him.
They had to teach me how to walk again. When I was 14, my second race on 250s. My first race on 250s was at Silverdome. My second one was at Freeland in Michigan. And my second race on 250s, I just got sponsored by MSR, and you had brand new gear. It was like my first set of gear I ever got, like a year or whatever, in my whole life. So it was like the coolest day of my life. I went out there, second lap, I think it was, I was battling. And long story short, I kind of got cut over on the face of a jump, and the bike landed on top of me and broke my femur and my pelvis. And it was like the second or third day I was in the hospital. It just put me back together, and the doctor's already telling me, "Oh man, you're never gonna walk again." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" I'm at the time I was like maybe 14 or 15, and I'm just sitting there like, "Is this for real? Is this guy actually my doctor telling me that I'm not gonna be able to walk again? This is the dumbest shit I ever heard. I'm gonna be walking out of here next week." And sure enough, I think that they tell you that so that they're not liable. But that's the worst thing you could tell somebody.
I don't even want to get started on doctors.
Yeah. Let's not go down that path.
I could go on that for hours.
Shit, there was something else.
Are we allowed to say the Zach Osborne thing?
No, we're not talking about that one.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about Zach right now.
What?
Nothing.
Never mind.
I'll tell you later. I'll call you after the show and tell you.
Okay.
Top
secret.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
So Plessinger's going to KTM.
3-man team.
Worst move ever.
Why?
It's going to just.
Is it stamped?
No.
From my understanding, it's stamped.
Why is that the worst? Why is that bad?
He's not. He's not going to perform on that team. There's no way.
Okay,
he doesn't do well enough in a environment like that.
That I was about to say. That's got to be where you're going.
You know,
with
the
that.
last time I heard this was the same thing with the Yamaha rider going to KTM, and it was the number 2 bike. I'm not setting number 7 down right now. Seriously, though.
I knew that's where Tom.
Remember when he was not that great at the Yamaha wasn't going his way, and then all of a sudden he goes to KTM and magically he's the shit.
I think Travis is getting to the point that at Star, Aaron gets to be Aaron, and I think that a lot of people think that when he goes to Red Bull, that Ian and Roger are not going to let him be AP. He's going to have to be Aaron Plessinger. He's not going to be AP.
Yep. That's what I think.
Now,
I don't think we're going to have a mullet and a fucking cowboy hat in opening ceremonies.
Question though. Question.
It is a little bizarre.
If Aaron Plessinger gets to be AP7 instead of having to be Aaron Plessinger, I don't know what his middle initial is, or I'd do Aaron whatever Plessinger. Do you retract that statement? If Roger and Ian, who
Maybe.
I understand, Roger and Ian are very professional. Obviously, they've won a lot of championships. They run a tight ship over there. But if they look at Aaron, because obviously they've seen something from him, and they go, hey, maybe we be a little bit more relaxed with this kid. He can't go wild shit, but he can still be the little bit crazy AP. I'm going to say that if they let him be AP, I'm not saying he's going to be a Cooper Webb 2.0, but it's going to be the guy that we expected him to be coming out of the 250 class, because it ain't going to be the bike that's holding him back. What's that?
Yeah.
It
Let me
ain't.
throw this out there. If you're talking about a guy like Plessinger coming over there that's got that kind of loose style, and you're concerned that those guys are going to be too rigid, just remember that Roger DeCosta's been in the game a long time. He managed fucking Chicken McCassovich. He's been through a couple guys with personality.
Check out my boat.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too concerned about that part.
Yeah, I think that if he gets to be AP, I think you're going to have his best season ever, because it's not going to be the bike that's going to hold him back. That's very obvious.
I'm nervous.
I can understand your reservations, but I think that it's going to be better than you think. I really do. I think that he's going to gel well with that bike. I'm a little disappointed that Anderson's not going to star. But, so, then that definitely means that Craig's getting the call up to the 450 if AP's going to KTM.
I think that Jason Anderson needs to go to Troy Lee's team.
Do you think so?
I think that'd be a good fit for him.
Although I think he'd punch Tyler Keefe in the
Perfect
face.
for him. Although he's got whatever Alpine Star gear or whatever. Other than a couple of sponsor conflicts, like the perfect candidate for that.
I don't think him and Barsha would get along, though.
Him and Troy are the same person.
Yeah, but I don't think him and Barsha would get along, though.
He's going to that Bobby Hewitt team, dude. I don't know what the deal is with that Bobby Hewitt team.
You keep saying that, but
I keep hearing it, and then at some point I heard it was dead, but then I keep hearing it again, and I'm just like, I don't know what to believe, so we'll see. But from my understanding, he's too tied into Rockstar to move over to the Monster Yamaha team. And
Dino's retiring, so there's that.
Yeah, there's that too. So, all right, one last thing here before we wrap this up here. And Tom, you and I talked about this yesterday. Can we talk about the fucking broadcast? Okay. Broadcast comes on at 10. 2 hours, 3 hours into race day live, they announce, oh, by the way, we're starting at 9:30. We have a pre-show now. And then the pre-show is just them fucking bumblefucking through opening ceremonies and trying to build some hype for whatever. And Tom, you and I talked about, what the fuck? We make
from my perspective, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, like you said yesterday, from your perspective, they announced the race is starting at 10. If you didn't watch Race Day Live and find out that we're doing a pre-show all of a sudden that's starting at 9:30, you turn the channel on at 5 minutes to 10, say, and all of a sudden there's Supercross shit on TV. Well, fuck, what did I miss? Did they start early? Did I miss the heat race? What the fuck happened? This is the kind of shit.
It's a weekly thing
that makes us look terrible.
Oh, so wait a minute. This is not really on your that. I really don't have anything to say about that. But can we? Anybody here? Todd Harris. How many times he screwed up names last night?
Oh, Todd Harris was fucking
Justin Lawrence. Talking about
I like Todd Harris.
I do too, because he's old school. Him and Cameron Steele. But good God, how many times does he got to mess up the names?
Oh my God,
Justin Lawrence or Jet Hunter or the Hunter brothers.
Yes, fucking terrible, bro.
I wanted Lee Diffie back so bad.
For me, so to go back to what he was originally talking about with the broadcast, something that really bugs me, and there's always has about our racing. I'm really happy that it's a lot of live broadcasts, some of them at least, or at least you have the opportunity to watch it live if you want to pay the premium for Peacock or whatever the dumb shit they have. But what drives me crazy is that I'm a seasoned fan. I've been in this a long time, whether it be a rider, racer, mechanic, whatever, general fan, doesn't matter. If I don't know when the fucking race starts, and I barely know what time, when it's supposed to be on, and then it isn't on, that's bad, because I want to watch the race, right? Well, if I'm trying to watch Red Wings hockey, for example, I know when the damn race is on. It's on a regular time. I know if there's change, I know when it is. It's easy for me to know when the race or the hockey game is on. But when I'm watching Supercross, even knowing better and trying to look for it, it's difficult to catch the racing sometimes, and that is poor for the sport.
Well, so what they've done is they've made it where, because even though they're not affiliated with it, this becomes such a big social media thing, and I have to check. You have to now, if you're talking to Tom's point, for people like us who follow this shit and we know when stuff is on, but for the average fan, which that's what they're trying to appeal for in Supercross, they've made it so now the average fan, if anything new happens, they have to get on all the fucking social media sites and find out from Mathis or Wygant or anywhere on Twitter, oh, hey, we're starting at 9:30 now. They can't just go to their station or whatever or go to Peacock and it'll tell you, hey, this and that. Now you have to fucking funnel through bullshit on Twitter or Instagram or go to Vital or whatever to find what's going on. I was watching the UFC prelims last night, and then I see a thing come across my phone that goes, oh, the broadcast has started. And in my mind, I know, oh, the race hasn't actually started, but I'm like, what the hell? They don't start half an hour early. I didn't know what was on NBC. I don't ever watch the television. I watch on Peacock. But I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Nobody knew about that. I didn't care because I knew the racing wasn't started, but I jumped on Peacock, found out what it was, and I'm like, okay. This is fun.
Fucking dumb.
This is
it's
fun.
A terrible look.
It is. It makes us look dumb. We're not, which once again, why I will say, just go look at the way the GPs do thing with MXGP TV. That's professional. The way we do shit over here makes no sense.
This works right back into my, we should stream it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
We would get a gazillion more people watching.
Or we just, Feld or
Yeah,
whoever.
but you wouldn't make that kind of money at all. The TV program, the TV package is the number one draw for the whole racing circuit. So, like, for example, hockey just got re-signed with TNT, and it was like $660 million or something like that. Like, that's not just fucking, let's just do it for free. Like, that's the number one the money draw, right? So
who's getting
do a free YouTube thing? One, doesn't put it on cable TV, doesn't put it on standard stations like a lot of the people watch it on.
Who watches it on standard? Who watches it on standard TV anymore, Tom?
Me.
Well,
whatever. NBC Sports is just basically cable or whatever.
I know, but if they were saying, "Hey, we're going to stream it on
I'm already
YouTube,"
paying these assholes $150 or whatever a month. I'm not paying for fucking Peacock and dumb TV anyways.
yeah,
What I think they should do is, I don't know if it has to be Feld, AMA, whoever, but they need to do what the MXGP TV does, and they just actually changed sponsors. I can't remember who it was. It used to be, brain fade. Anyways, do it like them. You pay for the whole season pass. It's like $110. You get fucking content from the pits. You get access to their magazine that they do, their preseason stuff, their pit reporting on Friday, track walk. You get all these different interviews with people. You get all of the practices and qualifyings on Saturday. You get all the motos. You get all the updates, everything. Everything is literally included with this one package. You don't have to buy this package and then buy for another package and then buy for another package. I think that's what we need to do. I don't know who would be through, because you'd have to find a second sponsor that would, like a media company, and do it through that, and then to say to hell with all these other companies, and that'd be your solution. Now, I know that it's not just that easy as me saying it, but MXGP TV, which used to be MX Life TV, has been doing it for a long fucking time, and they're not just doing it from America. They're doing it all over the fucking world. So obviously they know what they figured something out that us over here have not.
Yeah.
This is not a bash out America thing, but they're not. It's not like they're that much smarter than our people over here. We can do it. Nobody's just fucking,
there's too many politics over here,
which is ridiculous.
You go over
I
there.
like the premium content part of that.
Oh, dude.
So I haven't watched the NASCAR part of it yet, but I'm aware that there's like team specific shit where you can listen to the radios and like all that kind of stuff to be like kind of almost in the pit with them and watch it from their point of view. And I love the idea of being able to do that.
Yeah.
Especially once the sport gets to where there's in-helmet communications, like in-helmet comms will be a huge part of that premium content. Kevin Moranz 85 will have a ton of content for his premium shit when you're listening to whatever his mechanic is next year, talking through the radio to him. Like that would be a big thing.
Like, for instance, the MXGP TV, and I know that some people have a hard time doing this because it is a lot, but like when you buy their package and they do like their European series, because some weekends they have EMX 125 and 250, sometimes it's EMX 2-stroke and women's or whatever, and then MX1, MX2, you literally can sit there and you can watch a whole days worth of content nonstop, back to back to back. Like, I bought the pass last year, and there were weekends where I had nothing going on. That's all I did was just watch you're literally just watching racing. Now, obviously, there's people that have shit going on, and it's hard to do. But that's the point is that people are like, oh, $110, that's a lot. And it's like, no, dude. Their content is 10 times the shit we have over here.
Yes.
Like, when we do outdoors, like, I don't know if you guys saw, but like, so we always got the second time practice for outdoors through Gold. Now they're saying you get to do, we're going to see the practices, the final qualifying session, and even the consies. That's what they're claiming. I don't know if that's going to happen. If that happens, then yeah, that's a little bit of an upgrade from what we got last year where we got 2 practice sessions.
Yep.
But if they can figure it out over there, and they've been doing it for 15 plus years or whatever it's been, we can sure shit do it over here.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, YouTube is just the outlet that I think we should be using.
Yeah.
But
there's other stuff too.
But they want to grow the sport. Okay, cool. You're not growing the sport doing what we're doing right now.
No, not at all.
You guys know what the numbers are for TV viewership
for this year?
Well, I'm just saying generally.
Through the roof, right?
I'm just saying generally.
No, I know last year they did really well. I don't know the numbers.
Through the roof because I know more people that ride now than ever.
What? Give me your through the roof number. How many people watch the show according to the numbers
every night
on TV? The race.
I have to look.
I don't know
because
I don't know because they do things differently. They have like the ratings thing. They explain it different than just a number.
The last thing I heard was roughly 300,000 people per race.
What was it last year?
I don't know exactly. I don't
JT
know.
Money claims that it was stupid high last year.
I've heard the stupid high races where we get. I heard the biggest number that we have ever had was a race that was on like after the Kentucky Derby or something.
Which the Kentucky Derby was this weekend.
And it was 1 million people we had.
That was probably the East Rutherford thing a couple years ago.
Could have been.
When there was the first day
Could have
race.
been. Not sure.
Oh, yeah.
But okay, so our top.
The first one that popped into my mind was Atlanta when Chad Reed.
Chad the Stew.
In the second row. That's the first one that came to mind.
Yep.
But anyway, so our top numbers are what? 1 million views?
See, and here's the funny thing is we went about this with the motocross, supercross thing, which is why I still believe motocross will never go away, because with supercross is competing with a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Whereas motocross, when that's on, they're not competing with a lot of stuff, so they're just looking at it as a number, and if they get 100,000 people, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
that's good. Whereas supercross, it's funny because we keep talking about supercross, motocross, and motocross going away. I would honestly see supercross getting the boot before moto because they have a bigger number to fill than motocross does.
I'm just saying, how much could we boost that number or something?
Let me be straight up. I want to get this off my chest. It's been on there for a long time. I think that having the races live is great, but I think that having motocross being live at like 1 p.m. on a Saturday through the summer is trash. I think that it's good to have it live, but I think that you need to have a primetime kind of spot for it because
Yes.
nobody fucking watching.
Yep.
I've been in this a long time, and half of them I met because it's fucking 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
See,
Yep.
are you saying on a Sunday then? Tom? Are you saying moving it to Sunday?
The race for another day is irrelevant to me. I'm saying have a primetime spot for it. It's nice to have it live. Maybe you do both.
When they have it on NBC though,
1 o'clock on a Saturday, not doing anybody any favors.
when they have it on NBC though, for the television at the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock spot, I think that's the best you're ever going to get because obviously we all know that they're never going to change the times around for an outdoor race. It's always the first race is always going to kick off at 1 o'clock. Sometimes it used to kick off at noon. That was for
Except
special
for the Thunder Valley ones, right?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
back in the day, those were special considerations. But like, I get what you're saying. But like, I everybody wants to talk about how much bigger Supercross is than outdoors, and we know it is. But outdoors, in my opinion, will never go away for that reason because their number is not as big to fill. Because like you just said, Saturday it's really hard. People got shit going on. It's summer. You want to either go ride with your buddies, you want to go on the lake drinking, you want to do whatever. But their number is not as big because they're not competing.
Fans are out riding.
Yeah, they're not, but I also think that's why this whole on-demand thing is great because I know the same thing. A bunch of people go out ride. Dude, I get home, the race is archived in an hour.
Yep.
I get to watch them afterwards.
I was gonna say I agree with what Tom's saying there.
I do too.
There should be a live option like we have for us hardcore guys that are sitting down to watch it on a Saturday.
Yep.
But I think if you want to grow the sport, you need to put it on a primetime spot on a Saturday there and just do it as a recording. Like when it's on TV, it should be a recorded deal and in a primetime spot. When we're trying to watch it live because of it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, then yes, that needs to be streamed for us hardcore fans. Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be real honest with you. Like, for the last couple of years, I haven't had weekends off. I've always had to work weekends. So now when my schedule changed, I get weekends off now. And you know, this may sound
There you have it.
This may sound sad to people though, but like for me, this summer on Saturdays, I'm actually fucking looking forward to being able to watch. Like I said, I for me, I guess I'm a little bit different than some people because they, you know, hey, we don't need to watch it live, whatever. But like for me, I'm fucking looking forward to it though. Like I love it. I love the fact that
live's great.
I'm getting like this summer. I'm gonna get to watch the races live. I don't gotta fucking wait. I don't know if I'm gonna not get to watch it. And my point's a little bit. It's kind of going off, but it's like for me, I'm looking forward to that. But I do agree with what you guys are saying. If you're gonna record it, but what time are you guys like looking at? Are you guys looking at like a 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock thing? Because what is prime time anymore on Saturdays when a lot of people don't even watch TV anymore? Like what is the prime time? 8 o'clock.
Dinner time.
What's that? Dinner time.
Dinner time. Yep.
So like
that's when you want to be. That's when you want it to be on TV, especially because it's a 2 hour or 2.5 hour program. Just like a hockey game, baseball game, all that stuff. Most of the people they go out and buck around during the day, whether it's rural or in the city or whatever.
Yep.
and they go home for dinner, or they're at the restaurant for dinner, and then the race is on. So most of the time through the summer around here, there's not a whole lot on. So like for us growing up on the farm, like you come in and like 60 minutes is the only thing on TV. Like that sucks, right? Well, put on the Supercross that was on earlier in the day.
Yep.
Put a replay of it later on without a lot of the filler bullshit in the meantime. You can condense it down to a 2-hour show, and then all of a sudden you're seeing 10 times the fucking people that would normally have not seen it at all because they would have been out during the day.
Yep.
Hey, at least it's not like the old days and the shit we grew up on with Speed World where you'd fucking have the race and then you wouldn't see the race till the week later.
Yeah.
And then fucking you'd only get to see like 10 minutes of the fucking race and you saw Cameron Steele's face more than you did anything else.
A 20-minute main event, and we'd have 3 commercial breaks.
Bro, I'll tell you what, we can sit up here and we can bitch and we can do this and that, and we have valid claims of what we're talking about.
Coverage is much better than you.
But let's sit up and be real though. The kids nowadays, if I ever hear a kid saying, "Oh, this coverage sucks," I'm gonna slap the fuck out of them. Because I'm like, bro, I grew up in the '90s when shit like you barely even got to see it.
Yep.
You'd be like, you'd have a race on. Like, man, I remember the days of when Supercross Live. You know what Supercross Live was? Supercross Live was listening to Jim Holly talk, cover the race. Or I used to tune into the outdoor stuff when Rob Bitus was calling the shit over the internet. There was no video coverage. Like, I remember listening to the famous race in High Point when Stu and Ricky were battling, and Stu went down on the step down double behind the start, and fucking, I'm sitting there listening to him like, oh shit, I didn't get to see it till a week later.
Yeah.
I had to watch it on OLN.
God, I remember OLN.
OLN, wow.
God, hey, David Pingree though did a fantastic job calling those races on OLN.
Jesus Christ. Well, all right, boys. We've been at this for almost 3 hours now. I got to take a fucking massive leak, so let's wrap this shit up. So, all right, Supercross is done.
Nice season. That was a good Supercross season.
Yep.
Tom, you going to come on for the outdoor preview shows, or are you going to be too busy?
He's going to Scottsdale.
When is it?
When we're doing the outdoor? Well, we're going to split them up. We're going to do 250s one weekend and 450s the next, but we're going to have Coach Rob on. We're going to try to get Kev on. I'm going to call up Mitchell, see if he can come on. We're going to call up some other people. Maybe we'll see if we can get Bobby Piazza, Matt Hubert, all those guys.
That sounds like a good thing.
Dickhead Cole.
I'd be interested for sure. Even more so, I might have my 125 ready to rock before then, so I'm going to come out there. I really should probably bring like my Z50 or something. That way I can ride with Travis and only have to lap him a couple times.
That a boy. That a boy. Hey, bro, I got a freshie 110 you can rip. That's all right. I'll let you.
We got to put that little mini track at your house. We got to freshen it up with some actual jumps and shit.
I got it fresh, bro. It's rolling.
Tom, do you still have the famous DRZ pit bike from back in the day, or no?
I do, and it's one of the 2 bikes I'm building right now.
Oh, Tom, you need to get that. Tom was a pit bike.
Last time I blew it up.
Tom was a pit bike machine back in the day. Back in the day at the Nationals, when they would do on Saturday nights, they would do the pit bike Nationals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom was a part of that.
That a boy.
Oh, dude, it was great. Red Bud, you go on the night track.
A lot of fun.
God, I miss those days,
It's
man.
interesting you bring this up right now, because that DRZ we're talking about, the last time I rode it was at Steel City, maybe like 2011-ish. So I went to Steel City for Verb, I think it was at the time. It was either I was with Verb or I was wrenching for Preston Mo. I forget which of the two. I brought my pit bike to race the night before because I was in the points for like the pit bike Pro Championship or whatever. And I had raced Southwick the week before, where it was like the year that they had like the hurricane.
Yep.
And it was like still hurricane during the race.
Talk about when Matt Gerke won a moto.
I don't remember that part, but I know that I was wide open and sucked a bunch of sand because it was literally monsooning at Southwick. So I went home. I kind of freshened it up a little bit, and I went to the next weekend. I went to Steel City for the National, and I'm going down to the line for the pit bike moto, and I realized, oh shit, I forgot my gas can. So I'm coasting down there, and right next to where I ran out of gas is pitted number 175 Cooper Webb on a Honda 150, and he gave me some of his Renegade gas. And I made it one lap, and it blew up.
Oh, there was a little bit of oxygen in that. Man.
Yeah, our new champion, our new two-time champion. The last time I rode that bike was with his gas and blew it up.
I'm sticking to it. You should hit him up and be like, "Hey, man, I know you got all that money. You should give me a little bit of payback for that. That's some bullshit. I blame you." Yeah, Travis, though, back when they did the pit bike stuff.
Because that's some stuff that he probably doesn't even have any idea who I am now. But for me to think back on that, it's fun because I'm sure I'm proud to see guys like him that end up making a long career out of it.
Back when they used the pit bike stuff, Travis, they would have part of the Pit Bike National on the actual Southwick outdoor track.
That's awesome.
Could you imagine riding a...
No, I'm out. I'm out. Completely out.
Oh, boy, Willie Browning, though, he was all in.
Oh, yeah?
Willie B!
I've got
There's
some
my guy.
soft sections out back now because
Yeah.
I took some sod that the old man brought back, some sod and top dirt, mixed it in.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty soft back there in the woods where it stays moist too.
Yeah.
And I'm out on anything soft with a pit bike.
And these were even back in the day when Southwick was Southwick. It wasn't that bullshit hard pack sand it is now.
Yeah.
Back when it was beach surfing.
It's so fun.
All right. Well, like I said, boys, let's wrap this up. So once again, thanks everyone for tuning in to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, episode 167, wrapping up the 2021 Supercross titles. Congratulations again to our title winners there, Justin Cooper.
No, just Colt Nichols and Cooper Webb.
and
Just Colt
Cooper
Nichols
Webb.
and Cooper Webb. Just Colt Nichols and Cooper Webb.
Tom, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, buddy.
Cole, fuck you for not picking up.
Cole, you
piece of
suck.
shit.
Boo.
Kevin, thanks again for coming on. Thanks everyone for watching. Comment down below with your thoughts on anything we were talking about. If you made it all the way through, you are a fucking true
Champion.
Iron Man and a patriot.
You're my champion.
Yes. So thanks for tuning in. We will be back here. We're really not taking a break, I guess, between now and outdoors because we have outdoor preview shows to do.
Those are the fun ones. God, I look forward to those.
And we have some other things that we need to do. So yeah, so we will be back every week here between now and outdoors. So everyone enjoy your time off. Go ride. I'm going to.
Go shred the gnar.
Oh shit.
Go play some hockey or something.
Thanks to our
I
sponsors.
might ride too. Shit, first time in a few years.
That a boy. Thanks to our sponsors. New one, BC.Pizza. Thanks to TLR Coatings. Thanks to Premier Custom Trailers, JT Cycle, and the Dirt Bike Depot. We'll see everyone next week for our first outdoor preview show. Later.